All right. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
And to those in the room who said Happy Lupercalia.
Happy Lupercalia. Yes, to our Roman friends.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is funny because Jasmine and I are about to have a little Prosecco.
We are going to have some Prosecco. We haven't opened it yet, so that is a warning ahead of time. It is Valentine's Day. It's our Valentine's Day, so it might be a little bit more laid back and champagne involved in
maybe
chocolate.
Some songs, maybe a little singing.
Yeah.
Maybe a little candy.
Happens. I hear there's candy.
Yeah. We are going to have some candy.
Yeah.
And Jasmine actually wanted to talk about that a little bit. But first, before we start that, let me go ahead and start the raffle.
Oh, yes. We'll have extra fun raffles.
Yeah, we got an extra cool raffle.
Because we know not everybody can go out on Valentine's Day this year. So.
This is, I think this day it's the most stuff per raffle that we're giving away.
Yeah, you're going to need like a FedEx truck or something.
So the first one is, I forgot to print the darn thing out.
Rose
Fairy. Okay, I'm gonna show the screen real quick. It's also.
What is that? Is that like the print of the week?
It's the print of the week. It's also one of our stickers for the channel.
Oh, is that one of the little
so
things? Did it just make the noise for it, or is that something?
That somebody just joined.
Oh, cool.
Fairy Bell just subscribed. Thank you so much, Fairy Bell.
Much.
Let me I'm gonna show that real quick.
I'm gonna start pouring my paints. Okay.
That is Rose Fairy, guys. Sorry about that.
She's a pin, too. Yeah, she's been a pin twice.
Yeah, and she's also our little thing on the, our little icon on the
the little emoji things, yeah. Cool.
So sorry about that, Jasmine.
That's okay. That's fine. We'll let people know that.
Again, it's Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's.
So you'll get that awesome print.
You'll get print of the week.
Painting Pixie, which is featured at the Epcot.
The Painting Pixie pin?
Painting Pixie pin.
Oh, yeah, I should probably grab these instead of getting paint now.
Which is hard to say.
Painting Pixie pin.
Painting Pixie pin pumper.
Okay. As we've been doing throughout the whole Epcot International Festival of the Arts, we've been giving away Epcot goodies. So.
What other goodies from Epcot Festival of the Arts are we giving away?
Postcards! We were at Epcot last night, and they once again sold out
Mickey's
of
hard to find.
Mickey, so these are here.
So you'd be very lucky if you win this one.
Yes, you'll be very lucky if you get one of these, because these are... You got all these goodies. You got Princess Tiana, Tiana's Magical Evening. The second time I painted Tiana. And the first time, my first official Mickey for the Walt Disney Company. We have the postcards from Disney, from Epcot. And I'll sign these and send them to you. So if you couldn't make it to Epcot, you still might win. We'll have 3 chances today that you get to win the Epcot goodies, and we'll have different prizes also. So, that is our first raffle. Is Epcot goodies.
Did you get that canvas cutie and the...
Oh, I didn't show the canvas.
These are the...
Oh, wow, yeah, you'll get a bunch. Okay.
Yeah.
You get these, you get the canvas cuties also.
Everybody gets a canvas cutie.
Everybody who wins.
That wins.
Yeah, I'd like to give one to everybody, but... yeah, we get the Clockwork Valentine Canvas Cutie, and these are awesome. They are made on solid blocks of wood that come with a hanger. Matt makes these out of our wood scraps and our canvas scraps, and I will autograph that. And we have one of the Fixing a Broken Heart pins from last year's Valentine's. We have some set aside to give away this year's Valentine's. So you get a whole goodie bag every time we have the hourly raffles.
Yes, and hello to everyone that's saying hello.
Hi!
A lot of hellos in the room.
Hello! Yeah, I didn't know how many people are, like, going out for Valentine's Day, it's a weird year. I mean, usually we'd, like, go stay at, like, a hotel and go to a fancy restaurant or have a picnic or something. We'll probably have a picnic.
Right. Currently in Florida, our situation is, there's outdoor eating and, limited seating inside, so that's where we're at.
Yeah, I know everywhere in the country has different
rules everywhere, so a lot of people are probably home.
Yeah, a lot of people might be home like us, so.
And Jasmine's got her little balloons there.
I do. Look, it's festive. And Gamera, I'll warn you guys now, Gamera is kind of after the balloons, so if there's a kerfuffle, it is expected. I'm being careful with the paints and everything, so the balloons are kind of all over though, so that's just entertainment, I suppose.
Happy Valentine's Day, Angela.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Kelly
Angela.
Sarah says they're on lockdown. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like...
Unicat just got their Clockwork Cutie.
Oh, wonderful.
Hung it up in the hallway. Oh.
Yay! And that's this one, so somebody might might win another one.
It looks like
as a
Greece
prize.
is in strict lockdown.
Yeah, I know. I know
Elhertz-
UK is
A nasty ice storm. Ew.
Where's the ice storm?
Elhertz. Where are you at, Elhertz? Where did you get your nasty ice storm?
Oh.
My friend Tanya and Josh really enjoyed meeting Jasmine. Oh yeah, Carol. Yeah, we.
Oh
They
yes.
said, do you know a Carol? I won't say your last name on Twitch. It was like, yeah.
No, it wasn't even that. They said Carol, and then we guessed
Oh, did
their
we
last
say-
name.
yeah,
I
we
guessed
guessed
their
her
last
last name.
name, and they're like, "How did you know?"
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
knew,
because
yeah.
we know Carol. It ain't complicated, but
Oh,
we had
so-
a great time at Epcot last night. It was
Katie says back home in Kansas that
Oh.
Kansas, Casey Mo, and Missouri all have different rules.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's the problem with
Yeah.
cities that are like half in one state and half in the other. In the states have different rules. It is so complicated everywhere.
well, that is.
Oh my life.
I'm sorry for the people having such a cold
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. I remember when we were up in Kansas City, Jasmine. It seemed like it was either a okay weather for Valentine's Day or it was freezing.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a freezing type. Okay, so
Well, here in Florida, it's 84 degrees. So.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
why don't you, if you can get a chance, look at your chocolates that we got, and I kind of got some.
Are they about that?
They're kind of
prizes?
Twitch themed. I got some little chocolates, and I've got a duplicate pack over here. And Jasmine, I'm gonna try to see chocolate at the same time.
Yes.
While you're doing
Okay.
that, I'm gonna get the Prosecco.
Oh yes. Okay, so Matt went to Publix and found the closest thing we could get to a Twitch-related chocolate, which are these little miniature. It looks like a Russell Stover assortment, and it is video game graphics that look vaguely 8-bit Nintendo. Looks kind of like Zelda, like a heart meter or a fighting game heart meter. The hearts look like Zelda hearts, kind of. But so it says your love. What are you, about 80% there, babe? No.
Yeah.
I like that it's not a whole meter. It's
I'll
like
never get
it's
there.
like it's like I only have so much love to give, you know. Yeah, I understand. The
All right,
world's a big
this is,
place.
This is a nice Prosecco,
Yes.
and Jasmine, this isn't loose, so it's not gonna fly
These
off.
balloons are trying to get me. Okay.
And if you want to show the bottle.
Oh yeah, we haven't opened it yet, but it will probably make a loud popping noise. And this is Prosecco from Italy, I'm guessing. Valdobbiadene Prosecco Superiore.
That means good.
That's like a B.
All right, I'll try to make
Superior.
a popping sound for you guys.
Okay, don't hit the expensive paintings or cameras. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like if you have to hit anything, hit the balloon.
All right, and I'm gonna pour
And I don't know. We only have 2 of the Prosecco bottles, so we can only get so silly. But we'll see how this goes. We are well over 21, by the way. Well over. I do think it's funny when I get carded and I tell people I was
Twice
born
over.
in the 1970s. You need to stop carding me now. You are twice older, aren't you, man? More than that.
Yeah, you should wear one of those funny sweater things.
What?
Because they cardigan.
Oh wow, that's a Welsh joke.
Alright.
I'm already feeling silly. I haven't even had Prosecco yet.
It's an illusion.
It is. I think it's that popping noise. Well, there was that a podcast I was listening to, and it kept making a popping noise. It wasn't Rebecca, but it was a different one, and they were having some sort of champagne, and I was listening to it, and I'd hear that popping noise, and it's like a Pavlovian thing in your head, and I started thinking I was tipsy just by listening to people drinking and hearing champagne and glasses clink around. It's kind of weird. The brain is a mysterious
All right.
thing. Let's kill some of it. Yeah.
Cheers.
Mm.
It's okay.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Happy Valentine's Day. Alrighty.
What's the thing? I figured since we usually broadcast on Sundays anyways, and we're not going to be able to go anywhere for Valentine's, might as well just broadcast and have our online
Alright, did I
friends
miss
too.
any questions? Let's scroll up.
I haven't talked about art yet, so I don't know what questions there would be, but there's lots of questions in the world. Let's see. Oh, it's good Prosecco. It's not too sweet. Prosecco, if you haven't had it, is basically a sparkling white wine that comes from Italy. It's a lot like champagne, but instead of being French, it is Italian.
All right, which chocolate are we having?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I'll
It's
open mine,
different
too.
flavors, assorted, and there are 3 pieces in
There are
here.
3 flavors, it says.
3 flavors.
This is the fancy stuff, man.
Yeah, this is Russell Stover's. It's top notch, but actually Russell Stover's ain't bad. They're from Kansas City.
Kansas City. I have
Yeah.
Russell Stover's actually an interesting person, Jasmine. Do
Oh
you
my
know
God,
he
it says
invented
Kansas City
Eskimo
Mo.
pies?
What's that?
He invented Eskimo pies?
He invented Eskimo pies?
Yes.
He did. Yes, he did. Kansas City fella, Russell Stover is a real person.
There's
It says the flavors inside.
There's a flat one, a
it says the
dark one,
flavors.
and a lighter round one.
It says that
Oh,
the dark
okay.
one is coconut. Holy cow, I love coconut.
Do you want that one first?
Yeah. And
okay.
yeah, I do. And in case I get too full, I want the best one first. No. Then there's a milk chocolate caramel, which is a square one, and then there's a milk chocolate vanilla cream.
Okay, someone said coconut. Oh, Shaylee said coconut hype.
Coconut.
All right.
Yeah, coconut. Okay, so I don't know how this opens. This isn't a very accomplished unboxing. Well, it's gonna be like a bounty bar, but tiny.
It is. I feel like I'm hanging out with Leela.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
good.
It's like a bite-sized brownie. And this is the one that has dark chocolate too.
Oh, Hune Cat. Sorry, guys, I'm eating. Hune Cat says, love Vanity. She's coming along beautifully. So excited to complete my collection of unsealed court when she's finished. Yay.
Me too. I'm gonna be very happy to have finished the series. And I'll show y'all what I'm trying to think. Last time we cut out early because our upload link failed or whatever, but I've been working on it since then. I painted in the whole there's a Waterhouse painting of Echo and Narcissus, and I've included a detail of it that I painted on here of the Narcissus character. You know, he falls in love with his own reflection. So, of course, I thought that would be a good representation for Vanity.
I love it.
I'm not done with this part, but I've started incorporating the optical illusion that it's like an Edwardian print, Gilbert print, that looks like a skull from far away, but it's really the lady looking in her mirror.
I love that too.
And she's sitting at a vanity, like an actual kind of, you know, bathroom mirror with all their makeup and shit on it. So, and that print is called All is Vanity, so I wanted to put that in the background because, hey, it's Vanity. Over here, I've kind of drawn in, I have the printout of the painting. Oh, chocolates are everywhere now. There we go. This is the first cover for the Oscar Wilde book, Dorian Gray, The Portrait of Dorian Gray. And I always think that's a perfect example of Vanity if you're looking at Victorian era sort of stories. And I'm going to paint a portrait of Dorian Gray right here. And in the upper left-hand corner, I don't think I had started doing anything really except kind of drawing some sketches up there and making it yellow because I want to show off. Do I have that yet? There we go. The original book cover for Vanity Fair, of course. And if those of you who know William Thackeray know he always insisted on having this bright yellow book cover on every book he had. So back then all books were kind of boring on the outside and he'd have these bright yellow covers. So you'd say, oh, the new Thackeray books are in, and you could see them from a mile away. And he's one of the first people to think about doing that, which is kind of a vanity in itself. And then, of course, it's Vanity Fair. So I wanted to have a yellow tying in with what the yellow that will be on the emojis going around here. Because what else is that sort of bright yellow other than weird happy faces in Thackeray books? So that will kind of bring that yellow here to here. I've been working a bit on some of the lighting around where she's taken her selfie, kind of as if the screen's glowing. It will be sort of uplit into her face. And I filled in some of the circles that with those coins. I forget if I showed me tracing the circles last time, but with the little likes and hearts like you'd see on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and putting those kind of tying everything together. And that will be the sort of modern element. Yeah, that's so clever. It will be pretty nifty.
I like it.
I think so. So you got modern aspects of Vanity, old-timey aspects of Vanity. Oh, I did a tiny little Bosch too. Don't know if y'all can see on here. From the Seven Sin series that Hieronymus Bosch did back in the 1400s, we've got the Vanity one here. It's a little, there's a lady like sitting in front of her dresser, her armoire, looking in a mirror, and there's a horrible little demon thing kind of dressed like her that is holding her own mirror. I wanted to make sure I had a mirror in there, because usually depictions of vanity, they will show a beautiful woman looking at a hand mirror, but I've just seen that so many times. I wanted to have a mirror somewhere, and I was like, oh, if you don't have a mirror now, you can use your phone, so close enough. Black mirror. And I've started drawing some woodcut illustrations up here that I don't know what color, where I might not get to that today. We'll see.
Okay, Jasmine, there's
Yeah.
a few comments from the room.
Oh, wow, okay.
Let's see. Human Cat loves Vanity. She's coming along beautifully. So excited to... Oh, I read that one. Katie said, I've had a lot of Valentine's Day beers, lots of raspberry chocolate-inspired beers, along with a chocolate pretzel raspberry beer. Okay.
A chocolate pretzel raspberry beer.
And Human Cat says, love Greek mythology, so clever.
Me too.
Jedi Mistress says, we saw you at Epcot yesterday.
Oh,
we waved but didn't chat.
Ah.
And bought one of your paintings, Ninja Dragon Younglings, which is quite awesome.
Excellent.
My daughter and I love your art.
Thank you very much. Oh
And
gosh,
then,
we saw a lot of you guys at Epcot, or a
Yes.
lot of somebody there. It was a crowded night yesterday.
Lady Loki says Narcissus is absolutely perfect for Vanity.
I think.
Leela says
Thank you.
that's awesome. Theo said that was inspired to include Allah's Vanity skull in your Vanity painting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love
And,
that. I love any sort of those old turn of the turn of the century before last etchings and things, and there are so many kind of allegorical ones that were illustrations for books, but are also optical illusions. And I had a book of them when I was a kid, and I always thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah, Jeanette says, oh my gosh, Russell Stover chocolates are reminding me when I was little.
Yes!
My dad got all of his girls those chocolates in red velvet boxes.
Yes! That was always kind of like the fancy thing when you were a kid. It's like, oh, somebody got them a little 2-pack of Russell Stovers. It's like getting kind of a present. It's cute. And that was local to our town.
And Joey B. Brew says, good afternoon, everyone. Only in chat at the moment, watching Man of Steel with the hubby. So
Hey.
have to keep this have this really low. Hope
Yeah.
everyone is having a lovely Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so far so good.
Man of Steel is very romantic.
I haven't seen
It's yeah.
Is it Super Mute?
Yeah.
Oh.
James says,
wow.
hey, hi Jasmine, was happy to be able to make it to the festival again this year.
Oh, thank
See
you
you
for
again.
coming. Yeah, it was good to see you in person.
Love the artist Mickey Giclet I got yesterday. Can't wait to
Excellent.
get it home and
Yeah.
on my wall.
Perfect. Oh, I'm so glad you're able to get one too. They keep running out of poor Mickey.
So Russell Stover is an interesting fellow. He was a chemist, Jasmine. Did you know he was a
I
chemist?
knew he was some sort of scientist. For some reason, I thought he was a doctor. He was a chemist, though?
Yeah, he could have had a doctorate in chemistry. I don't know.
Maybe.
And he was also, of course, an entrepreneur.
Yes.
His wife was named Clara,
Oh.
and he is from, I think, that says the corporate headquarters are in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
that
click
box
on his
is
actual
Kansas City
page.
Mall.
I guess it
Mhm.
would say where he's from.
I accidentally discovered his tomb.
The headquarters are in Kansas City, but it says founded in Denver.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. They
So
say Kansas
I'm not
City
sure,
on
but
them.
the people
Well,
of
I stumbled upon his tomb. It's actually in a mausoleum
Yes.
at Mount Moriah, where everybody I know is buried. In Kansas City, they have like this mausoleum, and I remember randomly just like, I think it was after hours, probably wasn't supposed to be there, but it went down in the mausoleum. Don't do that. But it has the it's written like the Russell Stover's big loopy cursive handwriting, like the logo, and it's on his like mausoleum door. It's very strange.
He was
and
born in Alton, Kansas.
Alton, okay.
In 1888, Jasmine.
Holy cow. He's been around a
1888.
while. That was a year before Walt Disney and Hitler. Wow.
So he and his partner invented the Eskimo pie ice cream bar.
I love that's an invention.
That was
See,
Christian
he is a
Kent
scientist.
Nelson.
Invent, create, transform,
So that was
destroy.
they made a fortune off that, and then
Mhm.
started Russell Stover Candies.
Mhm.
He died in 54.
It says that on his too.
Yes, and in 2014,
Mm-hmm.
the company Russell Stover was acquired by Lindt and Sprungli.
Oh, Lindt, like Lindt, like the Swiss
Yes.
chocolates. I did not
Yes.
know that. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So there's a little
That's
chocolate
Some
trivia.
chocolate
for you guys.
trivia for your Valentine's Day. Huh. Well,
Did you get a chance to see Walfredo
Garcia?
Garcia at the festival? We saw his booth, but he
We
was
saw
not
his
there.
booth, and he was not there. I had to go there
We've met him
after
before.
the time I had done my sign. But yes, I have met Walfredo. He's super cool guy.
He's good at painting water.
He's good at painting water. He's somebody who actually very early on in my career showed me some tricks in person about painting water and oceans. And I think of those even when I paint stuff today. I think about that time. I was like, I remember going to the Boardwalk Gallery and chatting with Walfredo, and he was like showed me 3 things. And I'm like, oh, now I can paint water, and it totally worked.
Jake Graff said, "Sent my daughter your Return of the Bride for Valentine's Day."
Oh, that's romantic.
You must have a good relationship.
Yeah. I love it when people use the Haunted Mansion bride stuff like in weddings. Somebody showed me that they had a Constance themed wedding, and I was like, that just seems. You guys are cool.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Alethea.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
I figured you'd be out with somebody.
Lockdown, COVID, man.
And Kieran says hello.
Hi, Karen. Happy Valentine's. Is Valentine's as big a thing in the UK as it is here?
I don't know.
I've
Hey,
never
UK
been there.
people, is Valentine's big there? And Grinchy says, my favorite chocolate Russell Stover coconut Ness.
Oh, that's the one I had. Was that?
I don't know if it's coconut Ness.
Oh no, coconut mess is the one that's like a scrambled
A little
up
wreath,
one.
kinda?
Yeah, it's a pile. It's like all the good stuff all piled in a thing, and they pour chocolate or coconut on top. Yeah, those are good. They're like a turtle kind of, aren't they? That have coconut.
I like pecan turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, Princess Alethea says, dude, I haven't had a boyfriend in almost a decade.
Ah.
Well, you know, it's,
Well, if anybody,
that could be a good
we should
thing.
do some matchmaking here.
Depends on how you look at it.
That's true. If you're trying to cut down, you know, it's like I'm 10 years sober. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go to little meetings.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
you never. Some people have problems, you know.
I'm a recovering girlfriend. Yeah. But yes, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
And
Valentine's.
I do have later. I did find a story in our wonderful Charles Berlitz's World of
You
Strange
found a
Phenomena.
Valentine's story in that book.
Well, a love story.
Okay.
I'll tell you the title.
Okay.
Alethea says, "No more toxic men." See, that's
Yes,
exactly what we're
you know,
talking about.
no boyfriend at all is better than having a horrible boyfriend. Yeah. Or maybe not. I don't know.
I've never had one.
Yeah.
The Castle of Unrequited Love.
Aw, that's a good title.
I hope it's a good story.
I
have
hope
not
it's a
read
good
it
story. You better have pitchfork witches and those toads doing chores because that was the best one yet.
yet. Oh, Jeanette said we had Chinese New Year just before. We
Yes.
celebrated that with a lot of food.
That was
That's fun.
was that yesterday or the day before? Chinese New Year.
I think it was the
like
day
this
before.
week.
It was the day
Before
before. I
yesterday?
think it was Friday.
Oh,
Was it Friday?
okay.
Yeah, it was
I don't
Friday because
know.
I think Brandon told me, or I think so.
Well, it's funny. We do some of the Chinese New Year celebrations in our family, but we usually do them like on regular New Year, like January 1st. New
Yeah,
Year.
Brandon and I we worked till like 10 on Friday to get more
Sorry.
canvases for Pop Gallery.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Brandon and Matt, for making lots of canvases for Pop Gallery and Epcot.
Yes, you're welcome.
I mean, it is your job.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
But
you
it
don't.
feels like you're doing me a
It's
favor.
my job, but it's not like if I worked at Papa John's, I would go in and like, oh, I better go make a bunch of pizzas now when I'm
Off
you
the
know,
clock.
exactly. So it's I'd say
This
it's a
is-
salaried position.
It's a salaried position. You don't really get to clock out. You're kind of on call all the time.
Totally.
That's
Hume
okay.
Cat says, my 7-year-old daughter Scarlett said, wow, that is so cool. I want her for my room. She loves Jasmine too.
Aw,
Sweet.
that makes me happy. to
And
hear.
Leela says, happy with my Nigel for the past 25 years. Our anniversary is next month.
Oh wow,
That's great.
25 years.
That's
for
that's
heaven's
about
sake.
what we're at.
That is about what
Yeah,
we're at.
we're about-
This year is our 24th, so
Yeah.
we're gonna catch up on you. Yeah.
I think
Wow.
wasn't Leela working in as a waitress in a
Waitress in a
cocktail bar
cocktail
when you
bar?
met
Yeah.
Nigel?
Maybe. Maybe a pub. It's England.
I love that song.
That's a good song. I like that song too. the song I always associate with your car because you're always playing 80s alternative in there.
Oh yeah. I like my favorite 80s alternative, the ones from the UK, is what they actually sound British in the songs.
Yeah.
They don't, because you have a band, the hair bands do not necessarily. They just sound like.
That's true.
Like if you take a Def Leppard,
sometimes they're from Scotland
they'll have a word or two that sounds British when they're saying it.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they sound just like an American band, or an American band sounds like them. They sound like the same thing.
American band.
So, but yeah, so those are my favorite sorts of alternative 80s bands.
Yeah.
Kelly Sarah says, me and Ian got engaged 23 years ago today. Okay.
Hey, on Valentine's Day. I have known so many people who are like celebrating their anniversaries today, and I'm like, why? You got married on Valentine's Day. That seems like that's an obvious. That makes sense. Yeah.
We met a sweet, I don't want to say little girl because I think she was a teenager or something.
No.
We met a sweet girl and her mother yesterday, and her birthday was Valentine's Day.
Yes, her birthday was.
And we were talking about that.
She was a kid? I thought they were grown-ups.
I think she was a teen. I don't know anymore. I can't tell.
Somebody's a kid or a grown-up.
So,
I'm really bad at that.
It reminded me of Theo.
Uh-huh.
How he has a birthday on Halloween.
Oh, Halloween baby.
And he will never see Halloween as a normal person would. And that little girl, or that girl, won't see Valentine's Day in the same way.
It's true. It's like having Christmas for a birthday or any major holiday for a birthday.
And Joey says, 7 years for me and my honey tomorrow. Oh, that's sweet. Well, enjoy. I hope you're enjoying Superman. So I was thinking about that. So sometimes I looked up birthdays of today.
Yeah.
And some people that have the same issue. Their birthday is on Valentine's Day. These are famous people.
Famous people.
And I'll name some of the ones that I know.
Oh, okay.
So Freddie Highmore, we know who he is.
Oh, yes, I surely do.
It says that he's known mostly for Norman Bates.
On
and it's funny because I know he was in that TV show, but I wouldn't say he was known mostly for that because he was in so many things as a little kid.
As a kid, well, maybe people don't know his childhood acting and know him for his adult acting.
Yeah,
I know, in adult films. No.
So another famous person, gentlemen, Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa was born on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
That's why he's responsible for the St. Valentine's Day massacre. No, that was alcoholism.
Alethea says, my niece Alana's, that's a beautiful name. Alana's birthday is 4th of July. The fireworks are always for her. That's adorable. That's one of my favorite holidays, by the way. It's not because I'm super patriotic. It's because it's associations I make with it.
Yeah, me too. It's one of my favorite holidays to actually celebrate. Yeah, like the actual physical celebration of it involves having fires and fireworks and seeing dogs run around and spraying water at people. I don't really understand what it has to do with America, but I like it. And like having veggie hot dog cookout.
Scarlett says you are beautiful.
That I am beautiful?
Yeah, 7-year-old Scarlett said.
Oh, thank you very much.
Karen says, a song that just started playing related to today's Twitch stream. See if you know it. Here are the lyrics, because I'm your lady and you're my man. Oh my gosh.
Do you know this song, Maddie?
Yeah, I know that song, Karen. I'm not a fan.
What is it? I don't know it. Or do I? You can do a radio minute.
It's not. It says, you are my lady. I am your lady and you are my man. Whenever you reach for me, I'll do all that I can. It's by Celine Dion, I believe.
Oh, Celine Dion.
I'm not a big fan. I think that's probably my age and
you're probably
gender.
Not her.
I'm not her target audience.
You're not her target audience.
Val Blue says my mother's birthday is on Christmas Day. That's a big one.
Christmas.
Yeah, because it's presents and presents.
If somebody celebrates Christmas and you're born on Christmas, that's
Yes, the power of love. Yeah.
The power. Wait. That makes me think of. That's Huey Lewis. What am I thinking?
Oh no, it's the power of love.
Okay.
I mean, I could kind of sing it, but I'm not Celine Dion.
Nobody is Celine Dion except Celine Dion.
I'll try. You guys can make fun of me if you want. I don't care. So
are they going to mute this part because of copyright?
I am your lady and you are my man.
I don't think you've ever sung
this to me before. Whenever you reach for me, I'll do all that I can. And then it goes really high pitched. Something blah 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 blah. Something. That's the power of love.
That's a Valentine's Day
Yes.
song, sort of.
So yeah, that's not my sort of music.
You prefer the
But I'm
Huey
glad
Lewis.
you're enjoying it,
Yes.
Nigel and Karen.
Yes, it would be a Valentine's theme song.
Yes.
Appropriate to this season.
That is lovely singing, Matt. Oh
Well
yeah.
done, Maddie. You're gonna get talent scouted. I
Yes.
can tell.
I might sing a song later because I talked about it.
Yes.
And it's
you
also
probably need
love
more
related.
Prosecco. Oh, really?
Yes, but I could sing it way better than I could,
What
a
song?
Celine Dion song. I
Oh.
mean, she's
Well,
got range.
Celine Dion has range
Like-
more than that's kind of what
Yeah,
she's known for.
I'd have to go through like surgery.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
even come close.
Even she has had to have like vocal cord surgery to keep it up and stuff. It's a hard when you have a range like that, you just tear your voice into the ground.
I think she has this very like I mean people have mocked it, but I think it's quite nice. This very long neck.
Oh, I think she's beautiful.
Well,
She's,
yeah,
I mean, people
I
make
thought
fun
this-
of her for being. I'm always kind of scrawny,
And I'm
like,
wondering if
don't
that
make
has
fun of
something to
people
do
for
with
being
her vocal
scrawny.
cords
Maybe
because she
it does.
has
She
that
a very long
nice long neck.
and she's very thin, but has a very powerful voice. Often, when you see like operatic singers, they tend to be larger
Oh.
people because they have better, deeper voices and a bigger range. But she's a skinny little thing like me, and she just goes on and on. I don't get it. It's amazing.
Someone said it's Jennifer Rush.
"Oh, it's
I
not
thought
Celine
I
Dion."
thought it was Celine Dion.
Okay, Matt's
Wait,
the one
does
who said
Jennifer
that,
Rush
not
do a
me.
cover of it, Kieran? Because I swear I saw a video with Celine Dion. I
She
don't
doesn't.
know.
Well, Celine Dion mostly does songs that are not written by herself, so they might have both done the same song. I mean, look at. Well, I shouldn't confuse her with Whitney.
Nikki said you
Houston,
sure
but
knew
we're
that
right
song
about you.
well though, Matt. I have I'm one
You're
of
an
those people who has
amazing singer,
I have a I'm pretty good in some categories, but I have a vast general knowledge. I really do.
I do. Too.
I don't know why.
I don't know why I'm
particularly
so
when
cool.
it comes
I'm
to
just
pop
so smart,
culture.
right, Maddie? Huh?
Particularly, yeah, it's like when I start spouting off things and it's like, and that person starred in this movie and this movie. That's not me
Yeah.
reading off a thing usually, so I'm just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I read something else.
Okay, well,
and
people are
okay.
confirming it's Celine Dion. I'm wondering.
I bet both of them have done that song because it's probably a popular love song.
Yeah, and it's probably ripe to be covered. It's been a while.
Yes, and with Celine Dion, sometimes if there is a song that they'll license, like if a professional songwriter will shop it around to different performers, sometimes an American person will do it, a British person will do it, a Canadian person will do it, they'll do a country version, a rap version of it, a hip-hop version of it, I mean anything.
Okay,
And
yeah, I
many
don't know the
people
Jennifer
do
Rush version. It may be more to my liking
It may
than
be.
Leela. I'll check it out sometime. But yes, half hour till raffle.
Oh.
I just, I have to throw that in every now and then.
Yes,
So,
part of our agreement.
so back to some people like Jimmy Hoffa. He's missing. Where is Jimmy Hoffa? Is he dead? We assume he's dead
Well,
because
how
he's
old?
born in
What year was he born?
1913. He died in 75. It says, but we don't know.
We
Can't
don't.
find his body.
Yeah. Well, how would he, if he was still alive, he would be quite old.
Michael Bloomberg
Oh.
is a
He got a TV channel.
he does. Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg! Oh, he's
Yes.
glorious. I love Simon Pegg.
Simon
Yeah,
Pegg's
he's
birthday is
magnificent.
today. Let's wish him a happy
Yes.
birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm going to start calling this Simon Pegg Day.
I'm skipping a lot of athletes. Forgive me, guys. I don't know
Because
them.
you don't know enough about them. to
Meg
speak
Tilly.
authoritatively.
Now,
Oh, Meg Tilly!
actually, I think
That's
there are some
Tilly's
people.
sister.
Right, and
Yes.
also Meg Tilly is the voice and also the inspiration behind The Bride of Chucky,
Yes.
which is very popular. I've seen it
Wait,
mentioned
is
a lot
that
in
Meg
the room.
Tilly or Jennifer Tilly?
Wait, that's Jennifer Tilly.
That's
I didn't
Jennifer-
have a.
isn't it?
Who's Meg Tilly then?
Meg Tilly is her sister. They're both actors and they're both voiceover actors, aren't they? Because one of them's the neighbor.
Oh, wait.
On
It is not. It is Jennifer Tilly. You're right.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgive me.
Jennifer Tilly.
Meg Tilly
Okay.
is different. I know her from other things.
Who-
They're sisters.
Aren't they sisters? Or am
Okay,
I...
Meg Tilly. She's in the movie The Last American Virgin. I just know that by her face. She's also in Psycho 2. Oh yeah, that's right. She dressed up as Norman Bates' mom.
Norman
Who-
Bates related.
Freddie Highmore played
Freddie
Norman Bates.
Oh man.
So
This
forgive
can't
me.
be a
I was
coincidence.
confusing Meg Tilly
Okay.
with Jennifer Tilly.
That's okay. They're
Again,
both talented women.
Gregory Hines.
Gregory Hines.
He's a great
Famous
dancer.
actor. What?
He's a great dancer.
The famous creator of Heinz 57.
It's just spelled differently.
It is, yes.
But Gregory Hines is great. The first time I really
confused with Gregory Peck.
enjoyed him was History of the World Part 1, Mel Brooks movie,
Okay.
where he played one of the characters, and I thought he was hilarious. So maybe Jennifer Tilly should sing The Power of Love.
She sings also, doesn't she?
One of my favorite people. It's her birthday today.
Yeah.
Tell her.
Teller.
Of Penn and Teller.
Of Penn and Teller.
I'm a fan of magicians.
I'm a fan of magicians I don't even like. Yeah, I like magic. Don't know what to say.
Florence Henderson. She passed away 5 years ago.
Oh, the Brady Bunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see who
Don't
else
know the
we
show,
have.
but I know the lady. I saw the movies, but
Rob Thomas, Jasmine.
Rob Thomas.
So smooth.
Oh, the
Yeah.
erstwhile singer from Santana, who is not
Yes.
Santana. Yes, you're right. That's Spanish Harlem.
That's his best song.
That is his best song. And I have not, to be fair, I have not kept.
Jack Benny.
Jack Benny.
Jack Benny was born
Comedian.
in 1894.
Holy
My
cow.
gosh.
He and Jimmy Hoffa
I would not
are
think of him
living it
that-
up
as
in
being
Cuba.
that old.
Huh?
I wouldn't think of him as being that old.
I would.
There's
because
somebody named Hart Evangelista, and there's somebody with the last name Valentine.
And they were born on Valentine's
Yes.
Day. Okay. My cousin Annie 11 was born on 11/11.
That's
and
kinda
her last name
forced,
is
though.
11. Uh-huh.
She changed her name.
She did change her name to 11, which is
Yeah.
pretty badass. But her birthday is 11/11, so that's pretty cool. I wish I
NPR's
had an
Terry
easy last
Gross.
name. Huh?
NPR's Terry Gross.
Terry Gross,
Yeah.
magnificent person who has been involved with so much of the investigative reporting that you hear on NPR and associated podcasts.
And Hugh Downs, he passed away last year.
Hugh Downs, as in the guy on the TV who tells you what's happening?
News presenter, yes.
Yeah. I that's a snappier way to say it, I suppose.
And that's about it. That's all who I knew on the list.
I bet a lot of people are born about 9 months after Valentine's Day.
So,
Sorry.
Wikipedia says Jennifer Rush originally recorded that song in 1984.
So she
And
did
Celine
it first?
Dion was after. Who knew? Okay, there you go.
Ah, Jennifer Rush.
The more you know.
Is Jennifer Rush American? Or is she British?
Hey, Kieran, where is Jennifer Rush hail from?
She might be British.
3 people have done a song called Power of Love. Celine Dion, Jennifer Rush, and Huey Lewis did the song Power of Love for Back to the Future.
Yes.
Huey Lewis's version is different,
different
Luna
song.
Star. I believe that,
It's a different song.
according to
but-
the room, Celine Dion and Jennifer Rush, it's the same song.
Yes.
Just a cover.
I think you are right.
I'm more partial to the Huey Lewis version.
Well, that's closer.
It's not a version,
and
it's just the name of the song.
Patrick Bateman is as well.
Yes. But yeah, Valentine's birthdays are weird.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's American. Okay.
Okay. So maybe
So,
Celine Dion was
Celine Dion is Canadian.
the off-brand Canadian version. No. We love you, Canada.
Oh,
I do
Canada's
love Canada,
great.
actually. Every time I've spent in Canada has been lovely.
Ash says, Back to the Future version for the win. I'd
Yeah.
have to agree with that one.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm gonna like the Huey Lewis one more than the. I don't go for the pop ballads as much.
Now I want to watch Back to the Future.
We have been talking about Back to the Future so much
Well,
lately.
Brandon told me that he was playing some game or in a chat room or something,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And people thought that Back to the Future was ripping off Rick and Morty.
Oh my goodness, I know where you're going with this. Yeah. People don't understand that Rick and Morty started off kind of as a short parody of Back to the Future.
Right.
And people who don't know it's referencing that think it ripped it off or that it's the other way around. It's like, dude, one of these is like, what year was Back to the Future? 1985? 87? When was that? That's when I was
what's
little.
that?
Back to the Future, what year
85.
was that? 85? I know it's when it takes place.
We should all remember that all the time.
It takes place then, but does it?
It came
was
out in
made
85
then?
also, I'm pretty
I
sure.
didn't know that. That's funny. I bet nowadays they wouldn't make it come out in the same year that it takes place. That'd be a stupid movie to remake, don't you think?
Yeah.
I always think when there's a great movie and whenever they make like a really crappy modern remake of it, it's like, why?
I just remember the MTV video for the Jennifer Rush song. It had her in an
Oh.
elevator. Interesting, Jeanette. I don't.
That would have been like during the time I might have watched MTV too.
I'd have to. Yeah, 84.
We had it. We had MTV.
I bet you if I saw the video, I'd remember it.
But it was around that time the Fish Heads song came out because I have a recording of Amber singing it when she was 3.
Fish.
And we would sing along to the recorded audio tapes that we'd put during the brief time we had MTV. And it's like, if it was a song that came out like that week, I know it.
I like Fish Heads.
Fish Heads? Polly Heads. We didn't know how to sing that.
Bianca says this is looking lovely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bianca.
And Ash says just about all remakes are terrible in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's some covers that are fantastic.
Well, do you mean of music or a film? Because I was talking about film.
Well, that's yeah, probably films.
Yeah.
Films. You can't. I'm trying to think.
Well, okay, I know a very good example, and other people in the room may or may not know it. The Wizard of Oz movie, the one that we like, the 1939 one with Judy Garland and Technicolor and all that. That was like the 3rd or 4th Wizard of Oz movie that came out. There were other ones that came out before that were. I mean, there was a silent version. There was one that was so shabbily done and very problematic with a lot of stuff in it that I don't even think they'll put on the internet anymore. And then there was like one that was maybe about 20 minutes long that was played at movie theaters.
I've seen
like
bits
as a
and
cartoon.
pieces of some of the.
Yeah.
I saw one that was a silent.
Yes, and they had the silent one I think was actually licensed, but the other ones were just ones people made, and they just snagged the Wizard of Oz title before they made the film, the Judy Garland film.
Bianca says there's a super creepy one.
There are some super
Well,
if you look at,
here's a remake of what I would at that time thought was a remake was The Wiz. I'm not fond of The Wiz.
The Wiz. Oh, well,
even though I like
not a remake of
right,
the
even
same
though I like
film,
some of the actors / musicians in it,
there's some
I didn't
talented
like
people
the
in it.
film
But
itself.
no, I don't like The Wiz either, really. But yeah, there are a lot of good musicians on it. Talented people.
But people do like The Wiz, obviously.
Yeah. Steve?
I like the roller skating.
I like anything with roller skating, and that's why I'm
the
a
monkeys
sucker.
are on roller skates in it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've only seen parts of The Wiz. I've never sat down and watched it.
The sequel one that takes place in the mental hospital.
Return to Oz with Fairuza Balk.
Oh, Return to Oz.
I love that one. That's a great movie.
That's one of the 3 Fairuza Balk movies I know.
American History X.
American History X.
The Craft.
The Craft and Return to Oz.
Return to Oz.
I don't know.
You know what? All 3 excellent movies, I would say. To be fair, The Craft might not be excellent to everybody, but I was at the right age and the right demographic to watch it at the
Craft?
time. Yeah, so
everybody
it left
likes
a big
The Craft.
impression
It's
on
awesome. If anything, it's guilty
well,
pleasure.
Well, that's one that they did a remake of recently, right? Luke, our nephew, was talking about it. The remake of The Craft. I think it's a show.
Oh, they're motorcycle monkeys. That's right. But I thought there was a. The monkeys are on motorcycles.
Well, there are
no, the other guys were on.
The wheelie guys.
The other, yeah.
The wheelies
I'm
are
probably
different
confusing
guys.
everything.
Those are actually from
it's
one
all
of
meshed up in my head.
the L. Frank Baum books. Before Ruth Thompson took over the Oz books, there's like what?
Okay,
16?
the room loves The Craft.
Okay, good. You guys know what's cool. I should have worn a choker today. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you get more champagne for that.
1990s, is it The Craft?
The wheelies. The wheelies.
Yeah, the wheelies are different guys. Those are different than the monkeys. That's a different.
Freaky.
They are freaky, but have you looked at the old illustrations for those? And I have the Ozma of Oz book. Huh? Oh, here. I'll need it in a second. Hold on.
You'll need it in a pro second.
Pro second. I'll have pro seconds, please.
That was funnier
Than you deserve.
Oh.
That one belongs to the universe. You can't claim it. I had a teacher who, when he was painting, if he ever did something that he thought was outside his own capabilities, he would, like, smudge it out. Or if he was drawing, he's like, oh, that one belongs to God. I'm getting rid of that one. That one's better than me. And he was a very negative guy, but a great painter. Oh, God, it was Professor Gosnell. I mean, Jesus. But, yeah.
He passed, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, all my lovely teachers died. And my awful teachers, too. Except for Mrs. Woods. Her husband was the architect for Sonia's garage studio they built. Did you know that?
No.
Mrs. Woods got married, and her husband is an architect, and they designed Sonia's garage apartment thing they're building in their yard. Isn't that weird?
Yes.
I thought that was bizarre, because that's who Jennifer used to work for as her assistant. And Jennifer didn't even go to her school.
I'll give you the sound of the
It's all over. Yeah. You got sound what?
bubbles.
Did the bubbles make noise?
I don't know if they can.
Well, I know bubbles make noise. I don't know if you can hear it over the internet. I can hear the ocean. I'm gonna start working on actually modulating her flesh a bit more. I've kind of put colors on it. I just put some blue because I knew I was gonna have blue in the painting, put some pink because I knew I wanted red to be tied together. And the little icons like for Facebook and emojis and shit are always like super bright primary colors, so I need to give some sort of nods of primary colors like the yellow and the Narcissus flowers down here, or the red on like Narcissus's outfit, in order to kind of justify having the really super bright primary colors I wouldn't normally put. So obviously in an old-timey looking painting. Yeah.
While you're adjusting that, we were talking about sloth last week.
Oh, sloth!
I got a little video that I'd like to show everyone.
Oh, yes. Matt has a video that is a speed paint I did for another one in the same series, the Unseelie Court Sloth, which is another sin. It's the sleepy time sin that a lot of us might be guilty of, as opposed to some of the other sins. I don't think sloth is as bad, but I don't think vanity is all that bad either.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to play that, go ahead, babe.
Let me do that.
Yeah.
I'll just turn off our audio.
And I will rearrange this so you can see the bottom part when I'm working on the bottom part better.
Alright, let me turn the music back on.
Oh, cool.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, and that is, I was going to show the other ones in the series too. Oh, it's got sloth on top. But that was the sloth, and the final one is vanity, and this is the 7th of the 7 deadly sins. And we do have the other ones available as prints. We had the original of sloth, the one you just saw me paint, I believe. Could be wrong, but last time I checked, it was still at the Corey Helford Gallery in Los Angeles. So if anybody is interested in that original, she's going to be matching this one here in the same frame, and they'll both be hanging there in April, I think.
Woohoo! People love the video.
Yeah, okay.
Hey,
I had to
that
like
music
leave the
was epic
camera there
also.
and not bump my head into it. What was that?
Someone said that music was epic also.
Oh, Matt, you can blame Matt for that.
Yes, thank you.
Credit him with that.
Yes, I had to buy the license for it even.
Yeah, it sounds like Epcot music.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was some fast painting. So someone in the room said, "Hey, how long does it take to usually to finish the painting?" And I think what they're asking is one of that caliber, or even this one.
Well, that specific painting, I did it in 50 some hours, but I did it in 2.5 days. So I didn't. If you look at it, you can see actually the sun moving across it, and you can tell when it's nighttime. And then you can see when the sun is bright in the morning again. So you can see it took about 2.5 days to do that. But it was about 50 hours because I didn't go to sleep. So it's kind of like a 1.5 weeks worth of work just crammed into 2 days. This one I've been working on and off because I've been working on a lot of other projects in the meantime. And I've mostly just been doing this one for Twitch. But something like this one will take a little bit longer because instead of Impressionist paintings, I've got like pre-Raphaelite ones and Victorian etchings and shit, so it's gonna take longer to replicate those to make them kind of look official, but this will probably take about 70 to 90 hours. That's not that long. What? Did I say something wrong? I feel like I'm in a scary I Love Lucy episode.
Yes.
Oh, did I swear?
You did. So, Jasmine, there's another question here while you're showing those off.
That's a kind
someone
of a Valentine's
kind of wants to know, why don't we see you painting Disney things on Twitch?
Oh, you don't see me painting Disney things on Twitch because I have to get approval at every stage of the painting from Disney before I can show it to the public. When you work with big companies like that, they usually have you sign what they call non-disclosure agreements, which means that if I am working on a Disney project, I don't get to show it to anybody unless I'm on Disney property at the time when I'm working on it. I guess you could technically say we're in Celebration and Disney built the town or something, but Disney does not see it that way, and I own this. Disney does not. But when I work, for example, when they have me do a residency, like at Anaheim or in Orlando, they might have me do something in March. I don't know. And I'm actually working on a Disney piece, and it's at a Disney gallery or at a Disney theme park or Disney downtown Disney Springs, whatever. You can come watch me in person, and you know what? They might not mind if you took video during something like that, Maddie. You know how if I bring my easel in March or something, that would be kind of cool. So if that is the case, then you could watch me, and it would be okay with Disney.
Oh, Jasmine.
Yeah.
I finally talked to the guy at Craftably.
Oh, the diamond painting people.
Yeah, and we're gonna get some. We're gonna get the Faces of Fairy 111, I believe.
Is that the one that we'll be doing?
Yes,
like on the,
and we're gonna. I'll have to reconfigure the cameras and stuff.
Oh well,
and I guess I'll be in that broadcast, and I'll be trying to try my hand
on camera
at the diamond painting as well.
So you would have a diamond painting, I'd have a diamond painting, and if we told people ahead of time, can they buy them from?
They can buy them. I'll have that. Also, I think I'll have extra ones that we can give away as prizes.
Okay. Hey, can you put a link to that specific one in case people want to buy it ahead of time? Because I know they run out of stock a lot. So I don't know when we'll be doing this, but we want to do a special episode probably in the next few weeks. Probably in March sometime. Early March, maybe?
I don't know.
Something like that. But if you'd like to, and that's the smallest one, the cheapest one too. So if you haven't done a diamond painting before, it's a very low investment.
That's why I chose it.
Oh, okay, because some of the diamond paintings are like 4 flippin' feet big. I mean, and they cost like $80. I mean, this is this is the
one. It's the cute witch with a crow.
Which Faces of Fairy 1.
Yeah.
Something 111.
So I'll put a link in the room, and if you guys want to do it along with us, I guess I don't know.
No, not picture pages. Something like picture pages.
Will there be Canvas Cutie of Arsenic and Old Lace, Jasmine?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we'll have that.
Yes, we will. Actually, and the prints and all that for Arsenic and Old Lace should be coming out this coming week. We got a little bit delayed with the craziness of Epcot and Disney World in general, but we will have the prints and the Canvas Cuties, and also I think Pop Gallery is going to have 10 by 10 squares of Arsenic and Old Lace. I actually did it the old-fashioned way. I took a print of it and I was like cutting it to see if it could turn into a square without beheading anybody or losing any of the important elements of the composition, and it works really well as a square.
You know what I think I'll do with since both you and I are
super cool.
We're newbies to diamond painting.
Yeah.
What I think I'll do is ahead of time, I will.
You want to practice?
I will record the box opening.
Oh, unboxing.
That's what it's called. Yeah, I'll record an unboxing. And it can either be you or me. I don't care. And then after that, like when we can play that the first part of the broadcast.
Okay, to show how people would
right. And then
sorry to talk shop in front of everyone. This is like the only time I have to talk about this.
Because I need to have it displayed on the table to do it, and that would take time. I want to have it set up ahead of time.
In my living room there. That round. Okay.
Yeah, like the one I usually broadcast
from. Okay. Gotcha.
I have 2 computers in front of me, a Stream Deck, and a little, I don't know what you call that sound box thing.
Yeah. I don't know, Clem Fandango.
So, yeah.
No, that sounds fun. We'll also send out an announcement and stuff and show people which one of the diamond paintings that we have to play. So if you guys want to go, we might do it even as a... We might make it not a regular Twitch episode. I don't know if we do it on a Sunday or just to... I don't know.
It needs to be casual. Because
it will be more casual, like how
not that we have a strict format here, but...
Bring the champagne. No.
I don't even know how long it'd be, really.
I have no idea. I kind of just want to... I sort of want to go into it not even knowing how it works because I've never done a diamond painting before. I've done things like... I used to do embroidery as a child. I was super into embroidery, but it was always me doing my own...
I did...
Victorian emulations. It was never anything like with my own art or anything.
I did I made a little tiny... Native American designed
was it in Pathfinders?
Loom thingy in grade school.
Like for school, like as a craft.
Yeah, you weave this thread, and then you pull this block down to tighten it, and it's like a little. Is it like
loom. A sewing card? Does anybody remember sewing cards?
Oh, for fun?
Those are, like a book would come and they'd be
I remember. No, that's simple. This took a long time.
And they'd have like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know.
It was
Sometimes
a loom.
I drastically
I made a tiny blanket, really.
Some crafts and drastically overestimate others. So.
You'd use it as a pot thing.
A pot holder loom.
Kinda.
Did you use loops on it, or did you do your own yarn?
It was yarn. And I did it with my fingers. I didn't have a tool.
No, I was thinking about the ones that kind of look like a rigid square that you put loops that look like hairband loops, like rubber bands on.
No, these were strings.
Interweave them. Okay.
There was a wooden contraption that held the strings.
Okay.
That they handed out to all us children.
The weave and the weft. No.
That's sure.
Those are the weave and the weft.
What's in that prosecco, man?
Those are in the No, the weave and the weft are the 2 different directions that cloth goes. And then that's why you call it weaving. Okay. The weft is the opposite against the grain. That has anybody actually used a real loom? They're really cool.
No, but
like the big.
But I've never wanted to.
But I hear it's a waste of time.
No, I like watching the artisans do it.
Yeah, you go to the Missouri Town or the Ren Fair and look at that loom.
But I have no curiosity.
I am one of the people who are perfectly willing to wear cotton, but I have no interest in how it is made.
I have no curiosity there. That's for other people.
That's
for smart people. I'll just pretend I'm dumb when it comes to the weaving.
Yeah,
I don't
it's like
care.
you have to do the dishes and you drop them on the floor. Perhaps.
So someone described diamond painting. Let's see. Painting is kind of like blinging a picture. Little gems you place individually to create the design. What it's like bedazzling the back jean pocket of your sister's pants because you want to wear them, but they'll beat you up if you're a boy. You have to do it to your sister's pants because you want to have some level of satisfaction.
Well, as you know, I tend to wear pants that I've owned for the past almost 35 years. So I have some that have been bedazzled, not by me, but by thrift stores that I bought from even in the 80s. And I remember trying to go somewhere fancy with Sonia, and she's like, "Hey, Jasmine, like half of the bedazzles are missing from your jeans backside. Can I just buy you some clothes?" Like,
aw.
Yeah, Sonia.
A wax pen. See, I don't even know what the stuff is. What's that? All right, so we got raffle time, guys.
Okay, and the raffle is just like for everything we have lying around. No, it's
awesome.
It is ridiculous awesome. It's like, hey, you can
Christian Leonard.
Who is it?
Christian Leonard.
Christian Leonard. That last. Oh wait, do we know them?
I think I do.
Are they?
I think they don't go by Christian normally.
Are they in Britain?
I think so.
I think so.
But I'm guessing.
We're just guessing. We're acting as if we know you, even if we don't.
No, I think I do know who they are, but I wouldn't. They have like almost the same name.
I wouldn't dox them on my channel. No. But I was going to show the prizes. So is everybody going to get a canvas cutie also?
Yes.
Then? Okay, cool.
I told you, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's so you get this one, and you get like, oh god, I've got paint on everything. Pins and the Epcot goodies. And you've got multiple pins, right?
It's who we know. I didn't know it was Christian. It's Ian.
I thought they were Jewish.
It's Ian.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is it Ian or Kelly or who's it? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Woohoo!
I didn't know that his real name was Ian is short for Christian. Oh.
Ian, yeah.
It's I-A-N. Oh my goodness, Christian, I did not know that. That is so cool. Anyways, they're two of our favorite people. Thank you, and I'm glad you won. But you get some goodies from America because y'all couldn't come out to Epcot, I don't think.
I wonder if Ian has a sister.
Sister Christian?
Now the
Oh, I cannot think of that without thinking of
Boogie Nights.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eddie Nash, who is the guy that is based off of. He's the guy that Delmonico is based off.
Yes, I love Del Taco.
Eddie Nash, I listened to a wonderful podcast called The Wonderland Murders. It's made by CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Podcast. It's like 7 or 8 parts. It's super good. Not for younger viewers, or listeners. But it talks a lot about Eddie Nash in it, and I don't think people realize that is who that character in Boogie Nights is based off of. And I
didn't know that.
And you know what? If you search Delmonico and Eddie Nash on Google, it brings up nothing.
Creepy.
Because Delmonico on American Dad is DEL space MONACO, like Monaco the country. Yeah. And Delmonico, Eddie Nash owned the restaurant Delmonico's. That's in Los Angeles because he started clubs and things. I think that's why they call him Delmonico on American Dad, but they spell it like 2 words. You know how Jeff calls him like Del Taco.
Del Taco, that's
I love that joke.
Me too.
But it's a Los Angeles joke. But that was the real dude.
Oh, wait a second. Kelly Sarah said Christian is mine and Ian's son.
Oh, okay. I thought that
Ian... just going on like idiots forever, and now you tell us. Thanks a lot.
Now Ian's got to pretend his name is really Christian just to not make me feel like
when you said that's my baby, I thought you meant your hubby. I guess
like not
on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so mad now.
Are you angry? You're angry at Christian? No, not on St. Valentine's Day. Is St. Valentine one of the saints that they don't count anymore?
I don't know. I'm done.
Where's my Catholics at?
I'm done.
Okay.
Anyway, congratulations.
Okay, so their son is Christian, and okay, gotcha.
Yes,
that makes me feel actually better because I was gonna say I didn't know that. It's like when my cousin Bradley got married, and I was at his wedding, and they accidentally said his middle name first and his first name second, and the whole time I was like, how did I not know Bradley was your middle name this whole time? And then he's like, no, they just said it backwards accidentally. James. So they didn't want to, it's like James Bradley, I won't say his last name, and I was like, I didn't know that. And we were just sitting there like, your name was really James. I could have called you Jim. I didn't have to call you Cougar, that sort of thing. And
Call me Cougar.
Sorry, Bradley, if you're out there. No.
Well, there's a lot of inside jokes that people aren't going to get.
Oh,
here.
That's fine.
But Jasmine, I started the second raffle, and
what goes with that one?
Well,
the prizes,
the pin of the month, and all the bonuses.
The pin of the month.
Here's the thing, guys. Usually, in a normal broadcast, it would just be the pin of the month.
Yeah, we don't usually. This is for Valentine's Day
and
for Epcot.
So there's like 9 prizes or something. It's
crazy. And I'd rather have a day that had too much going on than one that had nothing going on. But yeah, our pin of the month is Clockwork Valentine, who was of course. Hey, so they get the little one and the.
They get that, yes.
You could. Somebody was it in the pin group? People take frames or shadow boxes and they put them next to each other if they match.
That's a cool thing to do.
And this totally would do that. And you win it for free and we'll mail it anywhere in the world and you don't have to buy anything. You're welcome. Somebody will win it, and somebody will win this, and they'll get the Epcot. What do we call it? Sampler pack. No. Artist Mickey. Tiana's Magical Evening.
Oh my
postcards.
gosh.
I will autograph them. And this is not part of it. This is just here. It's a logo pin. I don't know why it's here. Okay. So that is some prizes, everybody. And we'll have... Are we going to do the spinning wheel?
So
thing,
good
or-
luck to all in the room.
What did we do the last time? Are we doing the spinning thingy? Or what do we...
Valentine's Day? What?
The spinning wheel thing.
That's the what?
The prize wheel? Did we do that on the last one?
That's the last one.
Okay, but are we doing that for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Okay. In
So
addition to everything.
Right. So basically,
Oh, nice.
they get the prize wheel prize.
Basically, you can
And
come into our house
all
and
the
just
other
take
stuff.
like a appliance
Basically,
of your choice
you are
and trade
stealing
it in.
from us. Okay.
It's like I left my wallet and you just take what you want.
Just take it all.
just yeah.
I'm done.
I'm done. I can't even.
We can't even. Jasmine.
Yes.
It is time for chocolate number D.
Okay.
When I get a little
Chocolate
tipsy,
number
I
D?
speak en français.
Oh, I heard.
D.
I heard your use of French when you were in France. Is it
Yes,
similar?
I say stupid things when I'm in France. I say stupid things like "Je m'appelle anglais."
Yes, to workers at Disney. Yeah. So
Because
we've got,
you know how I learned any French I learned
Mhm.
by watching Gérard Depardieu.
Oh, okay, better than Pepe Le Pew. I think he's probably a predator, right? No.
You know that's damn.
No, seriously.
Damn though.
Think of that. Okay, does not that kitty cat remind you so much of Magic Quan, who lives in the
Yes.
yard, flying around, looking so cute? And all
Aw.
the boy kitties are always trying to bother her when she's trying to get about her business. But okay, we got the next one of the Russell Stover's video game chocolates is Did you see how it has a little in the unboxing, Manny? How it says the flavors?
No.
You gotta open it don't open it like a drunken blind bear. You gotta open it like a peeple. And there's another little
I
cart.
see that.
see.
Vanilla cream Coke.
It's
so we
like
have
Vosges, but it's like 1/1000th the price. But I love Vosges though. But so this is vanilla cream. This is milk chocolate, so this is not a vegan one. I'm not strictly vegan. I'm just a vegetarian, so I will eat some milk in my vanilla creme. And there's a milk chocolate caramel. Let's do the vanilla creme.
No, I didn't tell people my name was Hungry. I told them
Anglais.
I said I'm called English. That's
Jean
why-
m'appelle Anglais would mean
Jean m'appelle Anglais.
they call me English. I think you were trying to say I speak English because I think you were trying to get us movie tickets.
No, I was trying to say parlez-vous anglais.
Parlez-vous. Oh my
to the
God.
the
Okay.
movie guy. I was like,
I
I'll take
could've
care of this.
spoken French
Shut
well
up!
enough for you.
I'll take care
No,
of
and
this.
Matt's like, no.
Shut
stand
up,
back, little
everybody.
lady,
Okay,
Jasmine.
I'm
Never
gonna
mind
go
your
talk to the
actual
movie
French
guy.
Speaking, huh?
I'm gonna go talk to the movie guy, and I'm gonna ask him how to get a ticket. And I go up to the movie guy and I say, Je m'appelle Anglais.
Oh, Anglais, and I'm like,
Yes.
I do not know this person. He does not represent me.
Well, I didn't then.
Okay.
I turned around and everyone was gone.
I bet I would. Yeah, I would have not engaged. I want to go with vanilla creme. Though.
Okay, let's do this.
Creme. Okay. Ooh. It's been sanitized clearly. Tastes like a marshmallow. Not as good as the dark chocolate coconut. Actually, it mostly tastes like sugar, but I don't eat a whole lot of sugar, so. Yeah. Hell, that makes me more drunk than the wine does. Like,
Hey,
Yeah, I feel like I had an
maybe I was doing
espresso.
my Johnny English impression. Je m'appelle Anglais. Johnny Anglais.
What's the French name for John? Jean. Yeah? Jen. Like June?
Like,
Jean d'Alay? No.
Jean. Like,
Like Jean-Paul Jean?
yeah. Or, Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah. One of my favorite people.
Yes, but my name is Hungry would be even better.
Yes. I'm trying to think, what is the French word for hungry?
What is the French word for hungry?
The German word is hungry. That's
Yeah.
easy.
I'd say Jean-Mapel Hungry.
Jean-Mapel Hungry? No.
I have to ask
You
him. I apologize for asking him.
What you don't do is walk up to cast members and just say, "My name is Hungry." That's what you don't do. Yeah.
They were a cast member.
Mm-hmm. They were a cast member.
Lila wants to know about the
Paris.
Poe pins, Jasmine.
Huh?
Lila, it's been a week since she's been updated. How are the Poe pins coming along?
The Poe pins are doing well. They thank you for your interest. They're sitting there nicely designed. They're waiting. They're waiting for the perfect time.
Like I'm famished. Fam.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Like famine.
Yeah.
Like my other unseelie court. Famine. Pardon me.
And
God, I got scared that I was gonna sneeze in front of people. I'm like, no, there aren't people here. I'm used to Disney. I don't want to.
Jean-Mapel Millard.
Jean-Mapel what?
My name is sick. Isn't that
Malade?
Malade? Je
suis malade would be how you say I am sick. Jean-Mapel Malade would be my name is sickness. They call me sickness. So. Sorry, I don't mean to cough when you're saying that. Gosh, that chocolate.
That's
swallowed
powerful
that
stuff.
Or whatever it is. No.
You want to take a break?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I get scared if I start to cough or sneeze because I've been doing the events at Disney and I don't want to like touch my face and masks and all. So, but this isn't here because it's the internet. I need to remind myself.
Val Blue said high school French, finally using it.
Yeah.
I never took high school French. I took Spanish.
I didn't
and
either.
That's the
German.
That's the the language besides English I speak the best is Spanish, but it's not that great.
I've taken Spanish classes and French classes and German classes. And I speak German decently. I can read Spanish and write a bit of Spanish and speak it and understand it. And I can read menus and directions in French.
I can eat Spanish
Inside
food.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
Spanish food is some of the best food. No matter where Spain has touched with their conquistadors, they weren't able to ruin the food everywhere, and a lot of it's good.
April wants to know, is that a phone or a mirror?
This one here is a smartphone. I haven't put a lot of detail into it yet, but I'll make it look more like a phone. It'll be the backside of her phone, and once I'm done with it, it will be more apparent that it is some sort of light shining up on her face. And she's taking a selfie, but she's not even looking at it. Because she's that vain. She wants to look at us.
Val Blue took French instead of Spanish. Lady Loki says, Jasmine, I wanted to tell you how much I love your Oracle decks. I've been collecting them ever since Oracle Shadows and Light. Still my favorite, and they're all amazing. Any plans for another?
Yes, there are a few discussions that are happening right now between myself and a few other people and the publisher. So we will see how that goes. We definitely have more coming though. So it's more of an issue of what's coming next as opposed to when. So that it should be exciting. I always like doing those, and we do have the app versions for those who don't buy the regular physical ones. We have the app versions of a few of the decks that are coming out over the next few weeks. I'll be talking about those too. The Alice one is out for sure. I know. Matt got that on your phone, right?
I do. It's pretty cool.
It turned out super cute.
I can email people my reading.
Yes, you did that to me.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, oh, that's funny. It's my Oracle deck, and Matt's got the app for it.
So since it's Valentine's Day and it's love themed, and crushes are kind of related to love, what was the first? I'm asking you, Jasmine, and the room, and myself. What was the first age you remember having a crush? And do you remember the person or cartoon character or whatever, I don't know, doll or anything that you had a crush on? I think I was 3, and my crush was a little girl named Natasha.
Aww.
And I remember her last name even.
Well, don't say it.
Well, my mom,
no.
she and I were at the same daycare, and my mom said that when I went to the daycare, I would find her right away, and we would hold hands and we would walk around together. So I don't remember some of that, but I remember liking her very much.
Yeah.
And when I was 3.
That's sweet. I didn't know any non-relatives when I was 3, so I don't. If I had crushes, I probably shouldn't mention them. Let me think. I mostly like cartoon characters. I liked, actually, if I was about 3 or 4, I really liked, The Disney Robin Hood,
Yes,
the little
you've
fox.
mentioned that
I
before.
haven't. I'm sorry if I bring
No,
it up
that's
every
common.
8 minutes, but
It's actually
no.
pretty common.
Jeez, I do not have a cold. I promise anybody. I don't have a runny nose. Okay. But it's funny because a couple of my cousins mentioned the same things, even when they were not even the same age I was. Like, I think both Ann and Sally have mentioned that, and they're like, that Robin Hood? And I'm like, yeah, that Robin Hood. But I liked him when I was a little bit older, maybe 4th, 5th grade. I had a crush on Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, that's still disturbing.
Yeah, and I continue to have a crush on him. I mean, I guess still. I don't know. I like Ren. I don't know why. It's a mystery to all of us.
These things
honestly.
don't have to make sense.
It doesn't have to make sense. Has no bearing on anybody who created it or any of the comedy involved. But for some reason, I was like, oh, I want to marry Ren from Ren and Stimpy.
And then she got me. What a
and then I
disappointment.
got Matt. Yeah. Okay.
April says, I was around 9 and I love Raphael from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Raphael, I would say Raphael's cool, but I would think he was rude.
He is cool, but rude. And
Yes.
then I'm like, Italian Masters.
Rocket Girl says, Bob from Sesame Street, age 3. I thought he was so nice.
Which character is Bob on Sesame Street?
I don't remember.
Is it from, or are they younger than me and or older than me and it's a Sesame
I'll
Street
look it
character
up
that wasn't
and
around?
see if I recognize it.
I'm
Luna
trying-
Star says, does the Green Power Ranger count? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. If
Yeah,
Jasmine
that's the
can
sort of
say
stuff
Ren,
yeah, if I can say Ren
then you
from
can
Ren
say
and
the Green
Stimpy,
Power
you can
Ranger.
pick at least a Power Ranger's sort of humanoid.
a lot of people like David
probably
Bowie
of
from
age.
Labyrinth, Jareth.
Oh,
That's a very common one
well,
as
that's
well.
the sort of thing I almost don't even want to talk about on camera. No. Yeah. I mean,
I'm looking at Bob from Sesame Street now.
is he a live action character or is he a puppet?
I don't know. Oh my!
You're looking
oh,
at him now,
you know
can't
Bob.
tell.
He was the only white guy from
Mr.
back in the day.
Hooper?
You'd recognize
Mr.
him.
Hooper.
No.
Oh,
Well, not Mr. Hooper. The other white guy.
you said the only one. Okay, what's back in the day? What decade are we talking?
Like old
Because
first.
Gordon was
Gordon's a-
black.
Yeah. This.
Maria is
no,
a lady.
This
so it
guy,
wouldn't
you'd
be a
recognize
dude.
him. I'll take a picture on my phone and then show it to you.
Well, what was his function within the program?
He was just a nice guy.
But I mean, he was a live action. Did he own a
Yeah.
store?
He just walked the streets. I don't know.
Did he embroider? Was he kind to the servants? I mean, what? Let me see.
This guy.
Oh, yeah. I always thought he kind of looked like my grandpa Sharda.
Totally.
Yeah, I know. So I was not attracted to him. I love. Oh, my life. Okay.
Bob is a. That's a. Thank you for
It's
your
easy to
bravery.
Spell that? No,
Thank you for your
again.
bravery.
Human being of age.
It is disturbing. Someone said Ren
this
is
is a creepy
disturbing. It is
question,
disturbing.
dude. What?
Someone said Ren. Having a crush on Ren's a bit disturbing.
It's creepy if you're a preteen girl and it's a John K. production. No.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't say that. I love all of my fellow animators
Bo
all
from
the time forever.
Dukes of Hazzard. I could see that one.
Oh,
Michelangelo. I mean, these are humanoid turtles. That's kind of
I-
Mr. Belvedere. Says
sorta
James.
had a-
Oh my God, that's great.
I had
Your first crush was Mr. Belvedere.
Belvedere. I never saw that show.
You know he's kind of fancy.
Is he? Is he the?
Oh, yeah.
He's a butler, right?
Handy Smurf. Oh, that's awesome.
Smurfs. Yeah. I didn't ever like any of the Smurfs. I kind of hated that show.
Hey, I'm kind of a cross between a jokey Smurf, Handy Smurf, and the buff guy.
Maddie, you know what is funny about
What?
this? I almost, but then got concerned about maybe it wasn't parody enough. On my painting Unseelie Court
Yeah.
Vanity, I almost put
Oh,
Vanity
well,
Smurf, and
I'm
then I
not-
thought about
yeah.
putting it way in the distance because, as I was saying earlier, I was trying to think of a way to bring like primary blue because there's like the little Facebook like icons and shit, and I want to have some sort of regular blue. And I was like, Smurfs are blue, Vanity Smurf, it's perfect. He always has a mirror. I'm like, I'm just not gonna do that. That's too easy or too complicated or something.
So
I don't know, but yeah, Smurfs.
yeah, Luna Star says, well,
I was
besides
kind of like Gargamel in the Smurfs. Yeah.
Ew. Luna Star says, well, besides
Sorry.
the Green Power Ranger, quit scrolling. The other one was Tuxedo Mask. He's a common one too.
Oh, the anime.
Oh, so
Yeah.
April says, my husband's crush was Jasmine. This is tell me what
Uh-oh.
I might think about this.
Uh-oh.
Was Olivia Newton-John? Do I like her at all?
Maddie likes some Olivia Newton-John.
I-
You are
she's-
all. She's pretty great.
She's awful. She's so awful.
What way is she awful?
I'm joking.
No, I know.
No, she's super cute.
I'm sorry. When you met me, I was a blonde roller skater, and now I'm not. But
Yeah, take that, Matt.
Sorry.
Sean Cassidy. Oh, he was. I remember like older.
Okay.
I'm older
that would
girls.
probably be a little bit before me. I didn't ever like any of the heartthrobs that were presented to people my age at the time. Like I didn't go for the boy bands or anything. Or
Someone said Sandra Dee. That's our Olivia Newton-John's character
Olivia
from.
Newton-John. Yeah, from Grease.
Maybe at the end of it when she's like all.
I have her
goffed
jacket
up.
and her pants, but
Yeah, but I would say I'm more of a Xanadu.
Yeah.
Olivia
roller
Newton-John.
skates. No, I got you.
She
She's
has
magic.
so many wardrobe
Actually,
changes.
she's a muse in that too. That has some classical inspiration. I can get behind that. No, Olivia Newton-John's pretty solid. Talented lady. Loves animals. Vegetarian.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kieran says, hello, another song has just randomly started
Oh, what
playing
is it?
related to today's stream. Let's see if you know it. Here are
Okay.
the lyrics. There goes my heart, beating 'cause you are the reason.
Okay.
I'm losing sleep, please come back now. And there goes my mind racing.
Oh gosh.
And
You know,
I'm
song
not
lyrics
sure.
are so hard when you read them, like without the inflection of the music. It makes if I don't know it, it's hard to hear. Do you know this one, Maddie?
I don't. Lopak says Velma as a from Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I had a crush on Velma and Daphne, and none of the boys in Scooby-Doo. No, Velma and Daphne, I was like, if I could combine those two and make them one character, I want to be that lady when I grow up. But I never really liked Fred, or I wasn't allowed to watch Scooby-Doo as a child.
Well, he gave you nightmares.
Yeah, I had a lot of night terrors, and my parents seemed to blame it on Scooby-Doo, and that had nothing to do with it, but they seemed to keep it away from me as if it was the influence, so.
Jeanette
Times
says,
were
I like
different then, yeah.
I like the old Zorro. I could get that. Plus Neil Diamond. Oh yeah, chest hair. Yeah.
Yeah. That's groovy.
He is a
Pretty
good songwriter. And
He's a hell of
you
a
might disagree
songwriter.
with me.
Oh no,
but
he's a hell of a
then that
songwriter.
means you don't know how many songs he wrote.
We were talking about the
wrote songs for the Monkees,
last
yeah.
time, yeah.
No, Neil
For
Diamond is a very
sake.
talented
no,
individual.
Yeah, he's legit. He wrote music.
Oh, someone
for
said,
a lot
and
of
David
people.
from the Lost Boys. Says Luna Star.
I didn't
Wait,
see Lost
is
Boys
he the
until
guy
I
with
was
the?
older.
Is he got the guy with the black hair? Because I have a Facebook friend who does hair, and she's like obsessed with the guy with black hair.
Wait, is it our friend whose name starts with the DA?
Yes.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes on and on about him.
She does.
She also has a crush on
She's also like a super professional, fancy hair lady. So
Yeah, she also
that's
has,
coming from somebody important. Yeah.
William Zabka from Johnny from Karate Kid.
See, I still don't know. Yeah, you showed me a bunch of the Cobra Kais, but I still can't wrap my head properly
All right, so
around
this
Karate
story,
Kid.
I'm going to do a story, and this is a little different.
Is it one of the Charles Burlett stories?
Yes,
and
it's called
the castle thing.
The
yeah?
Castle of Unrequited Love.
Okay.
So sit back and
Sit back
prepare
and
for a
enjoy.
very romantic
Again,
story.
This is our book that we read weird stories from.
Oh,
from
Kiefer
the
Sutherland? Yeah,
1980s.
everybody.
Oh,
everybody
Kiefer
probably-
Sutherland. Yeah,
I'm more into Donald.
Well, I was gonna say I liked Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys. I also liked he was the kid that kind of looked like a young Kiefer Sutherland. Oh, it's Stephen Dorff when he was a kid, and he was in the Gate? Yes. The Gate.
Yes.
The one where they find the geodes in their backyard and they have their record, their devil record that they play backwards. I watched that movie so many times and I thought Stephen Dorff was kind of a cutie. but-
Okay, this one is a little
He's
bit
no
longer,
help,
but I
but-
promised I'll blast through it. So,
Okay.
Jasmine, I'm going to blast through this one, okay? The Castle of
Should I put
Unrequited
on a
Love.
seatbelt or what are you trying
No,
to
what
pump me
I'm
up
saying
for?
is
Okay.
we usually bust in for commentary, but it is a little bit longer.
You would like me to? You want a silent Uber ride?
A little bit.
Okay.
So, all right, the Castle of Unrequited Love. The lonely little Latvian toiled mostly at night, working in the humid air of Florida to erect a monument to a love that would never be his. From 1920 to 1940.
Wait a minute. Can you push? Or this
Push-
isn't Count Carl Van Tensorkosen.
Maybe we'll find out.
Is it? Because I'm not gonna put that on TV if it. Is.
I don't know.
Okay. Is it Elena? Is it Key West?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think so.
Well, he is German, not Latvian. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
From 1920 to 1940, diminutive Edward Leedskilnen.
Oh, I know this.
He took his only 5 feet tall. He was only 5 feet tall and weighed 100 pounds.
So?
Labored at a massive coral blocks weighing as much as 30 tons, using techniques only he knew. The results, which looked more cast or poured than carved, continue to amaze architects and engineers, as well as 100,000 tourists who flock there every year. The object of Leedskillen's love and labor was a teenage bride he forever referred to as Sweet 16, spurned the day before the wedding. He left Latvia and settled in Florida. Using the native blocks at hand, we have a lot of coral blocks in Florida.
We have fossilized coral, which is a special, one of the only rocks that you can find in Florida, and you can't even export it because it's endemic.
Using the native building blocks at hand, Leedskillen began constructing Coral Castle on 10 acres of land, presumably hoping to lure his reluctant love to America. She never came, but Leedskillen kept doggedly at his work, weaving an impenetrable aura of mystery and majesty around his solo project. No one knew how he lifted the gigantic coral blocks off the ground and onto his flatbed truck, or how he shaped and maneuvered them into place. In one case, balancing a 9-ton slab so delicately that it swung open at the touch of a single finger.
I know the schematics of the castle.
If visitors called, Leedskillen broke off work. When they left, he resumed. So he did it in secret. When Leedskillen died in 1951, his secrets died with him. Though he intimated that
you're 30 feet from me, but I know what word you're looking
for. That they related to the same techniques used to build the Great Pyramid of Cheops.
I intimate that shit all the time.
All he would ever say for certain is that he conquered the natural laws of weight and balance. Leedskillen was lucky at love. Several years ago, Sweet 16 was contacted and asked if she would like to visit the Coral Castle. I wasn't interested in him at 16, she retorted, and I'm not interested in him at 80.
Go figure. That's a strong message. Yes.
Approximately 8,000 visitors now tour his handiwork every month, marveling at wonders like an 18-ton model of Saturn, complete with rings, perched atop 3-foot thick walls. Mars, also represented by an 18-ton coral globe, squats frozen in orbit nearby. A monument built for the love is reminiscent of the Taj Mahal at Agra.
I've been there.
Yes, in India. A tomb that is considered the most beautiful building. It was built by the Mughal Empire Shah Jahan.
It was. It's magnificent. It's ridiculous.
For his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal.
That's the best way to describe your wife, your favorite wife.
But the Taj Mahal was built by hundreds of skilled workers, assisted by the specialized hoists and derricks used to build the marvelous Mughal palaces, cited by unlimited funds in an army of suppliers and long lines of men or oxen for hauling, whereas the Coral Castle was built at night by one single man.
Secretly by moonlight.
So, someone says, do you think maybe he was really creepy?
Yeah. What's funny is I thought it was going to be the Carl
So basically this guy...
That's a different Florida creepy story.
Somehow this one guy alone moved these...
They're heavy blocks. It's like when
9-ton
people
blocks
talk about
around
Stonehenge. It's one
and nobody
of those
knows
things
how.
that, you can go there now. In fact, there is a fairy festival I've been invited to that happens every couple years there. I've not been to it yet. My Aunt Pat went to it. She went to the Coral Castle with my grandma when they came down to Florida.
So, this story is not BS. It's absolutely
true. Story. This is a real place in Florida that I might have an event at someday, and it's one of those. It's something more than a roadside attraction. I'd say it's something that it's one of those. It's not a Hearst Castle thing because
I'll find it.
It's not the Crown Kings of Europe. It is our local weirdo from Florida who's still pining after his 16-year-old girlfriend 80 years later. But it's
well, that makes him a little creepy. But it was he was little then too, kind of.
He was 25.
Okay, so I'll put the link in there if you guys want to check it out.
Yeah, it's a real place. You can come visit in Florida, and sometimes they have fairy festivals there that I have not yet been to, but I hope to in the future.
It's
no, that's a
currently
totally
closed.
True story. Well, COVID.
But yeah, check it out. It's beautiful. It's interesting. It's amazing. How did this guy do it? We don't know.
It is. It's also a good example of the only natural rocks we have in Florida, which is fossilized coral. You know how, like in Missouri or anywhere else in the world, if you dig a hole in your yard, there are rocks. We don't have rocks in Florida. We have pieces of fossilized coral, and that's all we have. And you're not allowed to bring it out of the state anymore because that's all we have to build rocks out of. So if you go to a bank in Florida, instead of having marble, they'll have fossilized coral on big bricks, and it's super cool looking. It looks like brain coral sometimes, and it looks like a really neat effect. But that's all we have as far as hard stuff to build buildings out of, other than concrete here. So they don't like it when people suddenly want to import it all to Paris or whatever.
I mean, we had
they got their own rocks. Yeah.
Kieran earlier mentioned the power of love.
Yes.
The power of love is what made that guy build that building. Whether or not that love was returned, it's more the power of crush. It's funny we're talking about power. It's like if you built a building for Ren, Jasmine, and I was like, how the hell did you do that? And you'd say, Matt, it was my love for Ren. Of Ren and Stimpy fame.
That pure love.
That let me build this coral castle.
A girl and a creepy cartoon chihuahua that just,
And I'd be like, oh, all I built was this cabinet for Olivia Newton-John.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's nice. At least she's a person.
And then she'd see it, and she's like, I've never met this guy.
Well, I was gonna go to Florida, but
no, she's like, but at 80, I really don't care about him.
Yeah, probably right. She probably didn't care about you at 16. I'm sorry, Manny.
Oh, that's okay. I'm good with that.
You okay with that?
She doesn't know who I am.
How do you know?
I don't.
The most surprising people sometimes know, like, my artwork, so they might know you because you're my husband and my assistant and things, yeah? I mean,
yeah.
No. Sometimes famous people will be like, oh my god, it's funny to think, and
that's pretty cool.
Don't even want to talk about it, but yeah. No, that's a good story, babe.
Yeah, but research that on your own, guys. It's weird. I mean, if you guys think something like Stonehenge is weird, or you think how did they build the pyramids, it's kind of weird. This is, in my opinion, this is even weirder.
It is because
I really don't know how he did it.
And I totally know the terrain around there, and I know how tough it would be to find.
And it was one guy.
What's that?
It was one guy.
Yes, it was one person, and he mostly did it at night, and he didn't use any power tools. It didn't mention that in the thing you read, but he had a chisel. He had one of those metal pokey things that looks like a railroad tie.
It's one of your Aunt Pat's favorite things.
Yeah, I know. It's neat. Well, it's one of those things that you think, wow, even if you aren't super good at anything, you can find out how to make stuff in your backyard impressive enough that people hundreds of years later still want to pay to come see it. And I think every human sort of has that capacity, and you just got to find out what it is sometimes.
Yeah, I had no idea what that story was going to be. I realized, a few sentences into it that it was going to be the Coral Castle.
It's funny that it was Florida. Did you know it was a Florida story before you started reading it?
I had no idea.
Because I know, that's funny, because you actually know that story.
We have a lot of interesting people here that do interesting things.
What is it?
We have a lot of interesting people here that do interesting things.
We do. Florida, even though Florida's one of those places not a lot of people are from here who are here, but it attracts a lot of unusual people, so it makes it an interesting place.
Jesper says he made a deal with the devil like Robert Johnson, except for lifting stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, Robert Johnson is also an interesting story.
Oh, such an interesting story. Yeah. Even if you strap away any sort of supernatural elements to the Robert Johnson story, it's cool. An amazing story either way.
Yeah, basically this guy doesn't know how to play blues guitar. Mm-hmm. He comes back.
It's like 19, goes away for like a day and a half.
And then he comes back and he can play.
Yeah, and
it's
the
weird.
Devil teaches him how to play guitar.
And then he died at a young age.
He did die.
And we have an old grainy picture of him and a famous drawing of him. And that's what we have of Robert Johnson, except his great music.
The famous drawing of him, too, I forget which, there's a wonderful black and white illustration pen and ink artist who won one of the Spectrum Grandmaster Awards. That was a drawing, it was an editorial drawing, I think was for the New York, or for the New Yorker, I think, and it
That's
was
probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and it's an illustration, and it won the Grandmaster Award like in maybe 2012, I think.
Yeah.
And it was illustration for the New Yorker, and it shows Robert Johnson like turning in. It has butterfly wings.
Right.
Like,
if you ever hear the if you ever
it.
hear making a deal with the devil at the crossroads, that is Robert Johnson.
Well, that's a modern version of that. But
Yeah.
yes, that's always where you meet the devil. Isn't
Yeah.
it? You think he's gonna go in a cul-de-sac? Really? No.
The devil does not make deals in cul-de-sacs.
No. He has no interest in your suburbs.
No, only someone like Robert Johnson could find the devil. I mean, it's like a son being a son of fortune, except you are doomed also.
Yeah.
So, and then his music's celebrated, and everyone's like, "How'd that happen?"
And, well, one thing, and a big part of the reason we know that about Robert Johnson is because it was at a time that when they started actually pressing vinyl records, so you can listen to ones that are from 1920-ish, and actually hear recordings of it. And they always sound spooky. It always sounds like flipping Skeleton Key, like it's Papa Justify. Yes! Oh, God,
Skeleton
I love that
Key's
movie.
a fun movie. If you guys...
Oh, does anybody
if you guys are
know
interested
the
in Southern
Kate
voodoo and
Hudson
whatnot,
movie?
it's a great movie.
Skeleton Key. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care. It's a great movie.
I love it.
I love that movie.
Well,
It's
Skeleton
a good
Key
movie.
rocks.
Great actors in it. Interesting story. Beautiful cinematography. And such a predictable but wonderful story.
Yeah, and
I
it has
dig it.
Ollivander in it.
It has what?
Ollivander.
Yes, it does. From the Winds.
Lopac says I watched it in theaters.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did too. I watched it in theaters, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my mother-in-law Kathy needs to watch this," and we like rented the DVD. And
Oh,
then
Mom
I think
loves
she
it.
gave me the DVD later too,
Yeah.
so I have it. Aha. Good music. It has I think at the end it has the credits. On the credits, it has the recorded version of Iko Iko by the Dixie Cups that was recorded when they did not know the tape was running. It was right after they recorded Going to the Chapel. You know that, Go
Yeah.
to the Chapel. After that, they were just singing old songs that their grandmas used to sing in New Orleans, and they were just killing time, and they recorded Iko Iko, and that is the single that came from that, and they use that over the credits on Skeleton Key.
Nice.
Good New Orleans, good stuff.
Yeah, we met a couple people
from New Orleans,
from New
last
Orleans
night.
yesterday.
Everybody buy my Tiana artwork from New Orleans. That makes me
Yes.
feel legit. I thank you, everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably did make you feel.
It does.
legit,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, you're actually from New Orleans. Oh my goodness.
I love New
thank
Orleans.
You.
If you guys haven't
For heaven's
didn't know
sake.
that,
Yes.
I adore New Orleans. It's one of my favorite cities.
Excellent city. Wonderful, wonderful people.
Well, I do have a. If you guys want, I don't know. The room's gotta want it though.
Oh.
I do have a song I can sing for everyone.
Uh-oh.
But it's up to
Can I
you.
have a pro and a secco first?
You can have a prosecco.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys. Do you need to take a bathroom break?
Kinda.
Okay.
After all
Why don't we
this
take a
pro
little
and
bathroom
secco.
break? And if you guys want me to sing the song, I will. And I sang it a little bit
Echo.
one time. No,
Okay.
it's a theme to Love
Second
Boat.
hand check.
If you guys want me to sing it, that's
Oh.
fine. If you don't want me to sing it, I won't. So it's up to you.
Up to y'all. It's Valentine's Day. We got boats. We got love.
All right, we are back. And it looks like, yes, there are people who want me to sing The Love Boat. And I'm doing this for Valentine's Day. Although I will say, I watched a recent episode of The Love Boat.
I've never seen The Love Boat. So
and I would not say that it's necessarily love that they're promoting. It's
Are they a hate group?
No.
Okay.
It's free love. Free
love.
love.
I'm all about that. Do you mean?
No, it's some of it's a bit invadey.
Oh, is it problematic?
It would not play well
in
in this climate today.
Is it sleep? Is it? Yeah.
It's a bit much.
Gotcha.
So even for as lighthearted as it is, there's some undertones there that are a bit freaky.
Okay.
So I've been talking. I think we talked about it maybe last Twitch or the Twitch before, but Love Boat. I watched an episode of it on Pluto, and it was I mean, if you add a laugh track to anything, it makes it sound funny.
Okay. Is that why you make laugh tracks at me sometimes on here?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Somehow I have to be funny.
Yeah. All right, so I will sing The Love Boat. I'm gonna kill this music though because it will sound funny.
You don't want it taking away.
No, I don't.
You gotta diva the shit up, or the stuff up. Yeah.
All right.
Is Twitch gonna do the thing where it makes part of it red and it says some of this content is copyrighted audibly by a third party?
I'm gonna try my best not to laugh.
We're not doing this to make money off of Sherwood Schwartz, who made Love Boat. I don't even know.
I don't know.
So
anyway, here goes. All right, let me get back to.
Should I do interpretive dance to it?
No.
Okay. God no.
All right. Here we go. Love, exciting and new. Oh yeah, come aboard. We're expecting you. Love, life's sweetest reward. Let it flow. It flows back to you, the Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. I'm looking at you.
We could not show
the
this
Love
video.
Boat. Yeah. Ooh, it promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on a new romance. And love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. It's love. Welcome aboard. It's love. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this.
For those of you younger than 50 years old, that Love Boat was a show in the 70s. Well, very nicely done.
It says, Jasmine, you are one lucky lady.
Aren't I though? Every day I
beautiful voice you have, Matt.
I want to get #blessed like on the inside of my arm tattooed. No,
well, I'm glad. Valentine's Day just kicked up 10 notches. We tried to make this a special day.
Yes.
Doing crap like that is the only way I can make life special.
We took up where Hallmark leaves off.
Yes.
We make Valentine's Day back.
Thank you. My inner child is dancing. Excellent.
Wow.
Thank you. I think my speakers are broke.
Yes, me too.
Thank God I don't find pride in such things. Like, oh my God. No, feel free to.
Matt legit thought that was his time to shine.
If I would be on camera when I do that, I would be like how I do karaoke.
Yes, actually, Matt is wonderful at karaoke.
I'm very expressive.
You put your all into it in a way that even professional musicians I have known and you have done karaoke with would be admirable of. Yeah.
Hey, 46 here, and I remember watching with my parents. Same age, Kendra, and I totally remember watching that. Then Fantasy Island. You're very welcome, Angela.
Fantasy Island either, but I hear that's the more fun one. But the other one's actually on a real boat. Yeah. The Princess Cruises or something?
Yeah, well, Love Boat is filmed often on a boat. It's on a cruise at the time.
It's not filmed in front of a live studio audience? Okay.
But again, it is... I didn't realize how
was it mostly
messed up it was until I watched a few episodes.
Each other, or what is it? I mean, it sounds horrible.
What it is, so basically what you have is, you have... for lack of a better term, I'd say you have celebrity guests. Mostly,
but it's not like a bachelor show. Like, it's not a reality show. It's like a
fiction.
sitcom. or yeah,
It's fiction.
Dramatic fiction. No,
I did not see the Fantasy Island remake.
they made a remake of it. Wait, is that what wasn't there like a reality show that's called Fantasy Island? What was that thing in England where they have like everybody wears
They could
swimsuits
have.
for no reason?
Like it's
in
naughty?
A hot tub?
Temptation.
Yeah,
Temptation Island.
Oh, okay. I should not confuse those two. I'm showing my dancing the edge of millennial and old lady, I think. I don't know.
Leela says too shy to do karaoke, and Leela doesn't drink, so yeah. Because that helps.
I remember when we did karaoke, like really good karaoke in Vietnam, where they take it super seriously. We did have drinks there, and you were disappointed because they only had the Vietnamese government beer. It's a communist country, so the government provides. There are two types of beer, basically, other than the homemade fresh beer people make at their houses.
So I had to go get man vodka.
So I had to get man vodka. We were in Nha Trang, which is kind of a place that people from Russia would go for fun, like their
Florida.
spring break.
It's like Florida.
Russia's Florida is Nha Trang, Vietnam. It's like, hey, you're communists, we're communists. We gotta go somewhere on spring break. You got palm trees and oceans, we're gonna go there. But we love it there too, because we don't care who's communist or who isn't. I don't care. But they only have a few brands of some things that are run by their government. So like their beer, after you've had both their beers a million times, it's like, what else is there, guys? And you got man vodka, meant to be men's vodka, I guess. It was
I have no idea.
It was a Russian imprint.
It was disgusting.
They left.
It was the worst vodka I've ever had.
Like in lieu of a mini bar, they gave you this weird Russian paper bag.
You could buy another one that came out to it was American dollar.
$2. I think it was $2.20 US. And this was a whole bottle of vodka. And it was a mini bar. You know how usually, like, if you buy a thing of M&Ms from a mini bar at like a Hyatt, it costs $8, or like a thing of cashews and a Coke is like, how did I spend $25 on the mini bar? This was like, oh, a whole bottle of vodka, $2, all right. And
so basically, I have to go up and get my vodka, and my jam for karaoke is "Wake Me Up Before You Go" by Wham.
All the time with this fella, yeah.
Yes, and
George Michael's good stuff.
Angela says, Jasmine, do you wake up and wonder what Matt will do today?
He usually wakes me up before he goes. Yeah, it's always a mystery. It's always an excitement. It's sometimes confusing. I don't pick people because they're boring.
And Kendra says, the plane, boss. I love that. I loved Hervé Villachez.
Oh, yes. Hervé Villachez. And it's funny because I know him because of people referencing that. And referencing Fantasy Island. His name's Tattoo? Taboo? What's his name?
I'm not gonna sing L Hurts. I'm not gonna sing "Wake Me Up." I have to have the karaoke music behind it. I will tell you that it starts out the way you start out is you do a profile for the audience. You snap to it.
Jitterbug. No. That's a great song.
Love it. I've always loved Wham.
No.
Such happy fucking.
It's happy. Man! Maddie,
I can tell I've had champagne. I said fork.
Don't you make fun of me again? I think honestly though, if we were going to put this on YouTube, I think we have to make it PG whatever because we had alcohol use, didn't we?
I have no idea.
So you can use the L word all you want. No, I'm making up a letter there.
The L word is lesbian.
Oh, I was just thinking
it's a TV show.
I've seen it. Yeah.
It's not a bad word.
No, I was trying to think about something that didn't have a swear word, like say the S word, or the F word, or the D word, or the B word, or the C word, or. So
people just caught a bit of the real Matt there. If you start filling me full of prosecco and make me sing songs, suddenly I turn into a kind of like a crappy pirate that likes Wham. Yeah.
So Adam Ant.
Ooh, no. I love Adam Ant.
I love Adam Ant. No,
I should karaoke some Adam Ant. Strip.
Is magnificent.
I might have to be careful with that song. Because,
love Adam Ant.
I love Adam Ant.
When he came here to Florida, I like Adam Ant. So
Adam Ant was one of my heroes when I was little.
To be R-rated, huh? You were saying that, or is somebody in the room saying that?
Raphael said, "LL, naughty Matt using .. word."
Yeah.
Hey, are you my Raphael?
How does he spell it? Is he rude?
RAPHYEL?
Is it our friend from the Stories for Nerds podcast? Raphael?
Yeah.
If so,
we were talking about him.
We should call
Wednesday.
him out because you need to check out.
I don't know if he
cool
wants
stuff.
that though. I don't know if he wants that.
Well, not this person, but there is a podcast and a Patreon called Stories for Nerds, and there are people named Raphael involved. It might not be this guy. It might be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't know. Everybody spells things differently. But anyways, that's a good one to look up.
Just
I follow them.
I would like to see Jasmine paint that crappy pirate.
Yes, you would. I would have to think up of a really good kind of name for them. Like I've got Captain Molly Morgan
it's our
and
Raphael.
Bootstrap Betsy. Oh, we can do a pen, Maddie. No. Sorry. Is that my phone?
I haven't seen him forever because
Adamant or Raphael?
No, Raphael. Well,
Oh.
we'd meet at two places.
Oh,
Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Or we Superstars.
Or at Superstars, yeah.
And I haven't been to either one forever.
Neither one has existed for the past year and a half.
But yes, Adamant was great.
Is so good, and he puts on when he does a show, even if it's a small show, he seems to put his all into it for everybody who is there, and I admire that as somebody
he's a showman.
Yes,
yeah,
and there is something
fantastic.
to be said about people who genuinely are there to perform, and it doesn't matter if other people are there. It's like how, hey, this camera goes down. Guess what? I'm still painting all night. I have the feeling with Adamant that if the house lights were to go down and the audience were to leave, he might still be up there dancing and singing, and I cannot respect that more in a performer. That is magnificent.
Stand and Deliver is a fantastic song.
Oh God! And then he comes out like, even now, I mean, he's always on that sort of surfing the cutting edge of
he's
fashion
edgy.
In a way. What's it?
He's edgy.
He is. He's edgy in ways that it's hard to explain to people to be edgy now. Sometimes to be edgy is to not engage in things. And that is like the best sort of edgy sometimes. It's like, hey, you're gonna call me on social media? Not doing social media. And then it's like, mic drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you can get past that and you get to something and you're actually enjoying it, that is admirable. And it's admirable in a way it will be admirable 100 years from now, no matter what you're doing. And
there is a
I dig
problem with Adam Ant though. It's that
he doesn't
feuds
smoke?
with another music artist that I'm fond of, Chrissy Hynde.
Chrissy Hynde, but yes.
I always call her Hines. I don't like Chrissy Hynde.
She's got enough Hines for all of us. I love Chrissy Hynde also, and she's also somebody I admire for her work with animals.
It's Chrissy
with
Hynde.
PETA. Oh, is that?
Or wait, it says Hind here. Oh, but I searched Chrissy Hynde and it came up with
I think I tell you every day about
HYNDE. Okay. Anyway, she's from the Pretenders.
She got brass in pocket.
Yep.
She wasn't working as a waitress in a cocktail bar, but she was a waitress during a song at the beginning, yes?
Yeah.
Brass in pocket?
Yeah.
I love Chrissy Hynde, and she's got that Kinks connection with the Davies brothers that I can only look back as a fan and I wish I was 20 years younger or 50 years younger. I don't know. There's some cool
But yes,
people.
let's see. From a UK kid show about Dick Turpin, actually oddly sexy. Oh, Jesper's trying to put a link in.
Okay. Oh, yeah, sometimes
Email
the
to me,
Twitch
Jess.
Yes.
We turned off links.
Yeah, we turned off links because people kept like putting spam, like win a free iPad and stuff. And,
Yes, the Human League.
We'll give you a free iPad.
Martin mentions the Human League, which is from the. They
80s
have that song in that.
alternative?
Of course, they have "I'm Only Human."
And I was human too.
Yeah.
No.
While you white, I was human too. That cracks me up. It's like, yeah, it's like, wow, maybe you guys shouldn't be together. I don't know.
I don't know. It's like, why don't you go build me a castle out of rocks in your yard in Florida and I'll talk to you in 72 years.
Yeah, when I was 16, I didn't like him, and when I was 80, I thought he was a dead nightmare.
I thought he was a manic pixie nightmare boy. Yeah, I don't know.
2 minutes to raffle, guys.
Scheiße. Okay, and this is for the
Win.
FTW Summer for the Win. No, we've got the pin of the month, which is ironically a painting I had been doing here on Twitch. You got a tiny little canvas that I will sign that Maddie made.
You'll sign those?
Yeah, I'll sign if it's a.
That's special because you don't usually
Are you
don't
saying
sign.
you don't want
Yeah,
to drive
that's
it
great.
across town
No,
for me to autograph?
that's good.
Because I'll autograph anything
Yeah.
that's arm length. Okay, all right. Yes, I'll sign these. If there's anything to give away, I want to sign it
Okay.
because it's been here by me. I don't want to make people in England fly to Florida during a pandemic, for heaven's sake. But
Sounds like a punishment.
I don't know. You've been stuck in England for a while. Want to come to Florida? I'll pay for it. No.
I was
What's
trying
that?
to press another button.
Golden
Jeez.
fluid acrylic
What's in the
paints.
champagne?
Is Pro and Seco? Well, anyways, while Matt's been talking, I've been smudging a bunch of yellow paints on things because I want my emojis, once I start to make them look more like emojis, to glow. And also, Maddie, you might think it's funny, but as the emojis get away from different areas, they start to get sadder. And they stop being, like, this one starts to turn into, like, a scary Pink Floyd The Wall sort of mask.
Very cool.
As opposed to a regular emoji. And then the ones
like
down
that.
here, it's like they're all happy when they're by her, and then they get sad. Then you get the worried face, now you get the angry face, and you put the thumbs up are all by the death and the actual vanity. There's thought put into it. I don't know who by, but after I paint it, I look at it, and I'm like, oh, that's why I did that.
Dozy.
What? Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes?
Dozy 1.
And Little Damsy Divey?
Dozy 091.
091 or the 091? So they got all the goodies. Oh. And the Epcot goodies too, right? I think. Got these. And I will sign all these too, right, Mandy? All the postcards and everything?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yay.
Excellent. Thank you for joining us on your Valentine's Day, on our Valentine's Day Dozy. Dozy. I should have just called the sloth one that, like Sleepy.
I had to sing the Mersey Dotes song in front of parents at a function once.
Huh. That's funny. I had a small thing that was in our school newspaper that was meant to be a correspondence by two women in the 20s and one during the Great Depression, and one of them was talking about the Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes sort of thing. I don't know. Do people know that anymore? Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes and Little Lambs.
I don't know. My mom taught it to me when I was little.
Too, wouldn't you? But if it's from the 20s, I mean, how did our parents even know that? They weren't born in the 20s. Mine weren't.
Yes, I'm currently getting texts right now from Pop Gallery saying, hey, we need more canvases for next weekend. And I'm trying to answer Jen while I'm on Twitch.
All right. I love you, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm telling
Thank you. No, buy more stuff
My
everybody
gosh.
all the time.
Yeah,
Look into that cold,
it's been
dead-eyed
crazy.
capitalism
This is
do your
busiest
part.
pandemic
Yes.
ever. Oh, you're very welcome, Dozy. Thank you for the sweet message.
Oh yeah, thank you for joining us even and being here
Oh,
to put
okay,
up with our silliness. Do we know
I
this?
think I know who Dozy is. Do you go by Dozy?
Do I? I don't. I never sleep.
No, I was
Oh.
talking to Dozy because that's not. That'd be like a nickname version of their name.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
I try not to call out too many people unless they kind of want it.
No, I never want to.
It's hard for me to.
Between
Some
calling
people like
out people and like
anonymity.
saying, by the way, here's their address. It's different to say, hey, check out their artwork. Here's their Patreon. Than say, here's their email address. If you don't like them, here's their real last name. You know, we don't. I'm not about that. I would never be about that. That would make me feel very uncomfortable. Hearing this vague drumming sound, and it's that.
So the big
That's
one. What does it say?
cavalry
The
drums.
Happy-
Well, hey,
Happy
actually,
Valentine's Day.
this is a great time in case there are any spelling errors. I can point them out because I know everybody loves to hear about that. Actually, it looks regular. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, that's right. That's Valentine's Day. It's not Valentine's week. It's it says this on the other side. We are responsible balloon owners, and we will not let sea turtles eat our balloons. Please don't let sea turtles eat your balloons if you have balloons. Unless, I mean, they ask you to. And if sea turtles ask you to do something, then do whatever they say. I think Maddie, the font in the Happy Valentine's Day that's on here, I think is the clip art I used to use way, way, way back on, like, some Valentine card I used to have on Zazzle, wasn't it?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, I am totally serious. Because I just was looking through Photoshop, the folder that we look at, and I saw, like, something called Valentine's Day 2004 or something, and I swear it is that font. I have an eidetic memory when it comes to things like that. I will show you later because it is that weird.
Okay, cool.
Or it's that free and you buy it from Getty Images or whatever. I don't know.
For a while, and you guys might remember these two in the room. Okay, it's like they used to be kind of cute little heart men that are balloons, kind of like that balloon.
Do
that
they have zigzaggedy arms that are like accordion
and they
folded felt paper?
It's like if you started them,
or papier-mâché.
you could make them walk. Like they'd walk forward. They'd have little legs on springy paper that was
I know
folded.
Exactly what you're talking about.
And you push them and they walk forward.
Yes, and
are
if
those
you put
gone?
them like in front of an air conditioner, like if there's a vent in the building, you could put it. Like we had them in the hospital. I was in the hospital when I was a kid, and they would have those as like a get well soon. And they have little accordion folded crepe paper.
That's a better way to describe it.
Something heavy at the bottom that would make it stay
right.
about.
And they kind of tap as they went. Crepe paper legs so they walked.
Yes, it was
exactly,
neutral buoyancy, which is always more interesting than actual floating.
But they were cute, and it kind of mimicked walking. I loved it.
Yeah.
What did those go away?
I don't know. It could be.
Did they go away with magic eye or something?
Well, some balloon. No, there could be an environmental reason for some balloon things. Because, like with Mylar balloons, they don't want to have those places that go. I mean, I was kind of joking about sea turtles, but you don't want to throw away those sorts of things around. So
chocolate.
Oh, is it time for chocolate?
Yeah. So this one, since I've seen the thing, is milk chocolate caramel.
Is that the stripy one at the bottom?
The stripy one at the bottom. It's flat.
Got it.
Did you show it? Did you show it close up to the people? Like
I always like to relay information to the people at any capacity, but this is the one that is milk chocolate caramel, courtesy of Russell Stovers of Kansas City and possibly Colorado. We don't know. Go to Mount Moriah. Go in that mausoleum. Look at that tomb. Same signature. Good. Okay. I probably meant to be a 2-bottle. Caramel is not good for chocolate.
Oh my gosh, it's gooey. And we sound like I sound like a stupid person.
I sound like somebody with a potato in their mouth, but it's more like somebody with a bunch of hot tar in their mouth.
It's good though. Man, I haven't had caramel this sugary forever. I swear, this is more sugary than a caramel and a Snickers.
Well, to be fair, anytime since the past 10 years, people act like caramel doesn't exist unless it's like even salted, yeah?
Oh man, that's so
the
good
hipsters
though.
will like it. Sorry.
Salted caramel's good.
It is good.
Thank God for the hipsters and those salted caramel.
Y'all kept us afloat.
That's the only time I'll say thank God for the hipsters.
I won't. I'll say it all day long.
That's true. Their music's bad though. Hipsters don't like good music.
That's not true at all.
Name a band that hipsters like. That's good. What's a hipster band anyway?
When you say hipster,
it's always a band I've never heard of, and no one else.
No, when you say bands hipsters like, that is different than saying that bands that hipsters have.
Oh, okay. Hipster bands. How's that sound? What's that?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't. Well, what, in the 50s? When?
No, modern hipsters. Not those snappy, what do you call them? Beatniks. Now I feel like an old man.
Damn you, Allen Ginsberg and, Kerouac. Oh, you men.
I'm shaking my fist on the porch. You beatniks, quit snapping your fingers on my lawn.
Kids and your skateboards. Yeah. But you could say hipster. If you're going to use the term hipster, really, you're going to talk about people who are on the cutting edge of things all the time. Whether or not, I don't think you mean the discovery phase, but the production phase of things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of music I like that maybe hipsters like now. Maybe they liked it 20 years ago. Maybe it 70 years from now. I don't know. If something's quality, people will like it. It doesn't matter if they were people alive at the same time.
I'm sure someone in the room could prove me wrong. It's like, this is a band hipsters like a lot. And I'm like, oh yeah, I like them a lot. I'll shut up.
I remember talking to somebody, oh God, about Robin Hitchcock. And somebody's like,
I could say hipsters would like him.
He's a hipster. And I'm like, is he? I didn't know him a long
he's
time.
not.
And they're like, oh, hipsters like his music. And I'm like, really? I know a lot of his fans. I don't know if no, I think...
You're young. You're on the young side for a lot of those bands.
Well, when I think hipsters, I think of it as generational, just a category that's always there. Like how you'd say there are goths from the 80s, but there are goths from the 90s and goths from the 2020s and hipsters from the 50s and the 70s and the 90s and the 2010s. You could kind of describe that for anything. So I think that's just semantics at that point, using the same phrase to describe whenever you're going to be reductive and describing something that is a powerful movement and saying it's a group of people, it's always going to end poorly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's my use of the word reductive that has rephrased the situation.
Anyway, good chocolate.
It is chocolate. Yeah, that's
Ren. Ren Hoke.
Yeah, I know. That's low-hanging fruit now. It's like, oh, what? You want me to clean the kitchen? You still like Ren Hook. No.
This thing about
that's gonna be your final answer.
Ever since I met Jasmine, she would tell me that I like Ren. So I have a little hat and a briefcase, and I don't know how much you guys watch Ren and Stimpy, but Ren comes home sometimes and he's grumpy with a briefcase and he has a hat. So I come in the door and I'm like, oh man, I'm home. I take off my hat and I'm gonna put down my suitcase. So and then it's like I'm trying to, my briefcase. So I'm trying to like entice Jasmine.
Really?
Since she has a crush on Ren.
Yeah. I think my crush on Ren at that time was also, again, kind of like the double crush on Velma and Daphne. It's kind of like more as an aspirational figure that I might be myself, as opposed to somebody I would want to attract.
No one wants to be
But I've always mixed all of those things together. Maybe it's narcissistic. It's like I want to be the thing I'm also attracted to. I don't know.
That would be.
That is narcissistic.
Continue with narcissists. It
Ren
goes back to our
like
vanity.
That? No, sorry, no. But sorta. I mean, I don't know what I do think when you're a young girl, sometimes you are presented with role models that you aren't intended to be attracted to if they're other females necessarily, people trying to straighten area or whatever, but you think like I would like to look like that beautiful lady when she grows up or something, you know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
But I think
I have heroes like that.
That's complicated. Yeah, sure.
Jean-Claude
I mean, if you
Van
look at if you looked at He-Man or whatever things that I was trying to make a Scooby-Doo thing, but who is really the stereotypical cisgender sort of male that you're supposed to want to be in Scooby-Doo?
Well,
I mean
Shaggy? Probably as
Fred?
honestly as
We
a
said
child.
Cisgender. I mean, what?
As a child, the problem with there's problems with people in that show. With the guys.
Hate people. People ruin everything. No,
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Fred is he's got like the muscles and he's supposed to be good looking, but he's boring.
He's boring.
Shaggy
seems entitled. He seems like his dad or his grandpa gave him that car on his birthday when he turned 16.
But
and he never had
the thing
a job
is,
in his life.
He's boring, but he doesn't. He's not snobby.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just kind of. I don't know how bright he is. Then there's Shaggy, who's the other male human, and I look at him and I'm like, well, he's funny, but he's awful. So I guess you have to kind of combine the two?
That's what I'm saying. And, well, as I was saying, I sort of combine the ideas. If you look at Velma and Daphne, you're like, oh, you can be hot or smart. You can wear glasses and know what's going on, or be vague
Okay,
and
there's
stare
some
into the middle
there
distance,
is something that's very alluring about that. You know, because there's only 17 frames that Daphne is allowed in Hanna-Barbera since it's
That's where I learned to pose.
poorly animated.
Sorta.
She's got that one pose where she kind of does her hip thing and she puts her hand out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I think of femininity, I think of that pose.
Well, maybe it's why you like me.
That's the thing, is that's been imprinted on American children.
Yes, but as for
there is
girls
not a good
watching that, I think that was imprinted on them as ways. Those are the two girls you can be. You can be a Velma or a Daphne.
Okay, but I will say, of the 5, I'm gonna include Scooby. Of the 5, the best person of the 5 is Velma.
No, Velma is awesome. No,
she is pretty
you
and
have
she's
to
smart.
Be somebody,
if you
Velma.
want to aspire.
Okay. Also too. If you want to talk about remakes,
Wait.
The live action Velma is the girl from Freaks and Geeks who you thought looked so much like me at the same age that Freaks and Geeks took place, and she has my same jacket that I had that was my grandpa's.
She played Velma.
And she plays Velma.
Yeah.
There's like that was the aspirational character for me in high school on Freaks
That's
and
who
Geeks.
you
Would
were.
have been her. So
Jesper
what?
says,
How does that work?
Jesper says, yeah, I get that. Brain
confusing.
wires get crossed when it comes to role models and attraction, maybe. Ren is definitely kind of sexy.
Yes. They're both very much so, and both of those are presented as sort of.
Fred wears a dickie. That's all you need to know.
He's a cravat. he's got a bunny scarf.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like it's a Melvillian sort of
anyway. So
Billy Budd situation. The bonniest scarf of all. No.
Yeah, I've put on a few pounds, but I do admire lately. But I do admire physical fitness and stuff. So there's the Fred aspect there.
Like that.
But the goofiness of Shaggy is more alluring to me than whatever Fred is. So if I'd have to choose one, I'd choose Shaggy. The thing is, Fred
is like their Uber driver. He's not even. He doesn't.
Is he their leader? I don't know.
He's not. He's their leader because he's the one white dude who stands up tall. I mean, that is not fair to anybody in that story.
Okay, so Raphael says Velma was a teenage crush because of the live action movie.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, she is cute, Raphael.
That is the girl who plays the main character in Freaks and Geeks.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is.
Oh yes, she is.
She's Daphne.
She is Daphne in that.
So
and
if you're
Sarah
fond of
Michelle
Buffy,
Gellar is better than all of her roles combined. It is one of those synecdoche things where the sum is greater than the parts. No, Sarah Michelle Gellar is better than all of the parts she has played, and I don't ever want to malign anybody because of categories people forced you in.
So Rocket Girl says, I think Jeff Goldblum is for me as your Velma/Daphne is for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice, yeah.
Jeff Goldblum he's got a strange, weird vibe that's attractive because it's not human. And that's why he's neat.
His idea of comedic timing is offbeat in a way that it becomes the opposite of like a sort of sine wave, and if it doubles sometimes and then there's twice as much and then there's the deep lows, and he very much is Jeff Goldblum all the time. And if there was another one, you'd be like, oh, they're Jeff Goldbluming. And once you can create that mythos even around your own speech patterns, whether you're selling things for apartments.com
it's
or
like Shatner.
You're going to be
Shatner does the same thing.
It's Shatnerian. It is a
it's perfecting something.
It is the idea of verbally performing in a way.
Remember, Shatner's mom was an elocution.
Yes.
Yeah. So she taught him how to speak.
Yes.
Succinctly.
And there are ways to speak, and if you speak off balance and you put in the ums and
Shatner is a master at Shatner.
Yes, exactly.
Hardly anyone's mastered themselves as much. And Jeff Goldblum's another fantastic example.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Mr. Frost, man, learn about cakes. No, sorry.
Look it up.
Look it up. The stun says Haley. No, sorry. Oh.
We're American Dad fans here, so every now and then you hear an American Dad joke.
I'm not claiming I made it up. I mean, I watch a lot of cartoons while
Shaggy and Scooby played Puff Puff Pass too much. I agree. They're too high.
Oh yes, that's the thing too. There's always this.
That's the problem with Shaggy. Is he's
that
too
is
high.
the problem. It is like
I don't even get
he's too
high.
jokey a character.
I get tipsy, but I
Oh
don't.
no,
I don't
he's
do the
like
other.
it's like a Cheech and Chong joke that you couldn't tell the public about. So if you're and it's like a wink, wink, nod, nod, whatever. But then you could say that he is this sort of fortune's fool, picaresque sort of character that he's being carried around and going in a van to solve mysteries, and he's there with his dog.
They kind of do create their own Quixote sort of
It's
reality,
very quixotic. Yeah, but it's the sort of thing where
does it bother you that it's quixotic and not quixotic?
One is an English word referring to Cervantes' hero,
That's
and
true.
it's an English word, so you'd pronounce a Q-U and you'd pronounce the X as
Okay.
a KS, not as a
Yes.
Z, and you wouldn't do. Yeah, no, it's an English word referring to a Spanish novel. So I that's a bit off from what we're talking about. But you don't ever look at Shaggy as being one of the characters that would be the romantic lead. You don't. Fred never seems concerned that anybody's moving out on his territory. Nobody seems to have a romantic relationship. I have not watched.
You know what? That's one cool thing about them is that they're friends.
Yes, they
get along. I would say that's positive as heck.
It is. There are people that don't otherwise have a lot in common. They don't feel like they have to explain the relationships to each other all the time.
So that's positive.
But they get stuff done. And they do it with such regularity that you can plan it by the hour.
You know what bothers me, though, now that I think about it? Vilma's character is, like we're saying, of the five, I think she's the best person.
Yeah.
They have to ruin her with her losing her glasses and acting like a,
Mr. Magoo
like she's from
episode.
Damascus.
No, they do Mr. Magoo with her. But
yes, I hate the scenes where Velma loses her glasses.
I hate it because I have been visually impaired to a significant degree in my whole
life.
It
turns her into a doddering
that being
fool.
the butt of the joke, and it's
she's
like,
not.
and then she needs a wheelchair. It's like, wow, that is not a joke, my friends. That is not a personality trait. That's a disability. That is something that you're not. That is not really funny anymore. And it wasn't to begin with.
So we're analyzing Scooby-Doo now. We've been analyzing Scooby-Doo for probably 15 minutes.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you drink Prosecco.
What's it called?
Prosecco, and you. Yeah,
wow.
And I keep getting texts from people wanting canvases. Why do you guys do this to me?
Why do you guys keep buying stuff? I feel like Bernard Black. It's like I have this.
No, I'm joking.
No,
obviously.
we are always joking. My goodness, this is why we do this.
The tar out of you guys.
Thank you. If you didn't do this, we would have died and lost our house a million years ago. Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Seriously, thank you.
No, we both would have worked 2 jobs each.
Oh yeah.
With no kids, we would be all right. We'd still be able to travel.
I am always the one to save Tara. I will never be poor and hungry again. I mean, no.
That sucks. It sucks.
Being poor and hungry?
We were both.
Yeah, a lot of people
growing
comment
up poor
on
sucks.
how much it sucks being poor and hungry. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, I've talked to people. I was like, "Did you grow up poor?" And like, I grew up poor. And then they tell me their story about growing up poor, and I was like, "Oh, you grew up okay."
It's like you.
I was like, I kind of did grow up
your house.
poor. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking no utilities.
Yeah, I
food
don't
stamps,
think people get
sort of
Southern
poor.
Missouri poor and Kansas poor nowadays the way that even now in those same places they'd be like, oh yeah, and then the landlord turned off our cable, and I'm like, okay, yeah, you probably.
Cable is a comfort.
Yeah, no, oh god, that's what.
Heat during an ice storm is not a comfort.
Yeah,
and we'd have
that's why we never had it.
I remember we had electric heat in this one house, and we had a special box. And if electricity, if it went over X amount of, I don't know what to call it, power. Amps, yeah.
Amperes,
it would, a little button would shoot out. Not similar to
it's like the rental things they have in the young ones for their gas.
You have to press it again. It's similar to
we had that in that one place in Whitby that we stayed at. Had that the condo thing. It had the utility. It had
no. What I'm saying is it's heavily regulated. It's not just like a normal box where a switch goes off.
No. This is what I mean. Like by the end of the hour, if you used up your electricity, it would reset.
Oh.
it was like a constant
Maybe
thing on a video game, like Shadowgate, like your torch is gonna run out.
Okay, in
60
one of the
seconds.
series,
Yeah.
Velma and Shaggy were an item. That's horrible.
Velma and Shaggy? Why is that horrible?
Because Velma, why would she like Shaggy?
He's there? He's not Fred?
So
He's not Scooby?
So Jasmine, if you had to choose between Shaggy and Fred, who would you choose?
Daphne. Oh.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Leela says
Sorry,
Andrew
no.
likes watching Ren and Stimpy.
It's a good show.
It is good.
A lot of talented people were involved in the
The
making
creator
of
is
the show.
questionable, but it's a good show.
Talented guy. A lot of talented people involved in that show.
Very.
Also, it set a template for a million other shows that have come out since then that people act as if they were the new thing, and I don't know. But then again, I think things like...
It was creator-controlled content, and that was one of the first where a creator had control.
It was one of the times that I could think of a network.
It
like
seemed very edgy to
actually,
me
yes.
at the time.
But again, that's kind of what you get when you let the artist in charge instead of the suits in charge. You're gonna run into the same problems over and over again, but you're also gonna get unique stuff. It's not gonna be the same retreaded stuff over and over again that you've seen a million times. Golly, what year was it? There was a Dr. Seuss cartoon that came out, and it's the little guy who makes the funny sound effects, and they did a cute reboot of it.
Boing Boing?
Jimmy Boing Boing.
Jerry Boing Boing? Jimmy Boing Boing?
Johnny Boing Boing, I forget.
Johnny Boing Boing? Something like that.
That was the first of things like that, and this was a long time ago, I want to say in the late 50s, and it won it was not the Grammy, the Academy Award for Best Animated Short. It's not Jimmy Boing Boing, it's something Boing Boing. Anyways, and they did a new version of it, but ever since that was the first time that animators would use like these kind of abstract paint splatter and ink and paint club sort of backgrounds that you'd put in something, and it had that 1950s mid-century aesthetic.
I like it.
And it's lovely, and it was based off of a Dr. Seuss.
Gerald McBoing Boing.
Gerald McBoing Boing. That was it. I knew I had a Scott
Calvin
Single
Chicken tried to
somehow.
be Ren and Stimpy. Yes, they did.
What year was that?
Gerald McBoing Boing?
Yeah, the
reboot or the original?
No, the original one.
I don't know.
One, it won the it was up against a Disney feature-length animated cartoon.
I have no idea.
And it was kind of hey, instead of making something super complicated like Fantasia with your crazy ass like cameras and millions of oil paintings, we're gonna pare it down, minimalize it, embrace the mid-century,
1950
like
film.
1950. My God, I would have thought it was like 57.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
But do you see how that created the idea of the mid-century ideal that a lot of other humorous animated films after that have been
definitely.
emulating? And
it looks like the
did it
cute
win,
little
or was
log
it
commercial
animated?
in Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, and you can see
love
how
that.
John Kay and people like that would look at that and try to in the newer versions of that Gerald McBoing Boing show.
Because they're older than us.
They are well older than us. I was 40 years before I was born. I mean, that was... Yes, that. But no. But that... Did it win, or it was nominated for Best Animated Film that year?
I guess so.
Oh, I didn't know if you're looking at
I
Wikipedia or if
clicked
you're
off of it.
remembering.
I was just looking at what year.
Okay.
I trust
so that
you
was
on the rest.
1950, but you would look at that sort of... I don't know, almost proto-IKEA, proto-Judson, sort of like the idea of the future, but that was 1950. That was
I love
barely
that
post-war.
aesthetic.
I think it's lovely, it's minimalist, it's hipsters like it, but you could look at that and see a hipster aesthetic from what would be the 1950s, and that wasn't even the 50s yet proper, was it? It was actually made in the 40s.
Right.
And that is amazing.
It reminds me of ads.
Yes. It reminds you of advertisements when they had creative people on it, and they would actually have the same people.
So we had to wait 40 years for a return to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is how far ahead of its time it was.
Gee whiz. So now we're 30 years out. We have to wait another 10 years for the next Gerald McBoing Boing.
No, I think new media, I think the internet, I think the wonderful ground up idea of having artists making their own things, making their own shows, stuff like that is going to change the dynamics of that. You heard it here first,
are we getting a bit
Is this a
bizarre.
bit abstract?
I don't know.
No.
I was like, are we getting? Is it esoteric at this level? Like, are you speaking another language?
I'm not talking about the heavenly realms. No, we were doing the Spanish and the fake Italian earlier. I think.
I'm not seeing a huge amount of input from the room.
And that's
It's probably
because
very
everybody brought
confused.
out their legal pads and are just writing down.
Oh yeah,
all
they're
of
writing
my
down these words of
comments.
wisdom.
Yes, my pearls of wisdom, my Prosecco-inspired pearls of wisdom.
It is.
Well, I do want to show how
Oh.
these are starting to. Oh, is that frozen?
Oh, I will fix.
Hey, also people who do cutting-edge animation can solve cold cases with their science. Yes, frozen. No. That's far too topical. Okay. Anyways, I'm starting to smudge some yellow around the little faces that are going to be yellow, and some red around the things that are going to be red, and some little bits of white in the background, just to make it look like they're sort of glowing and not existing in real space or real time, but are just kind of flat emblems of as much as these things mean in real life, I guess would be the gist we're getting at. But the only sort of gradation and tone I would put on these is things like, and I didn't even notice this until I actually looked close up at Facebook and Instagram and TikTok or whatever, and you see these little faces that are yellow, and it's like, oh, the one that's sad sort of has a little blue hat that turns to yellow. But the blue turns to yellow. The blue doesn't turn to green and then yellow. So you have to treat that a lot differently if you're painting with water. If you put light blue mixed with water on top of yellow, it's gonna green out a lot. So really I'm gonna just stipple blue, 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 like I'm printing out like on a printer on top of the yellow. Otherwise, I gotta make a gradation of dots instead of smearing like I usually would do to make it look realistic. And that's sort of the idea of emulating a digital, flat, two-dimensional sort of icon, but with three-dimensional sort of historic paint colors.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's cool. And again, that's always kind of my goal with a specific series, is to have cultural references that could be seen ambiguously either as contemporary, even if it's 20 years off, whatever, or historical. If you're like, hey, that's from hundreds of years ago. How many hundreds? I don't know. Looks old. You don't have to know the story behind it, but you can look at it and you say, oh, there's a scary skull that turns into a lady. Oh, this guy's looking at his own face and he looks really preoccupied. And you could see that those things are sort of implying vanity, but they aren't screaming it. It doesn't have the word vanity in a big mirror, and I didn't put Vanity Smurf in it. I did not do that. That was my own sort of self-censorship.
I have a squirrel for you.
Oh, is that a squirrel or
It's a
is that a
squirrel.
ground
She's
squirrel?
sleeping just like that.
Oh, you
Yeah.
hibernating little oh, baby love. She's like, who are you? What year is it? Is this 1985? What? I gotta get to the courthouse. The clock tower. Oh, baby. You babe. You're beautiful.
Aww.
She's like, yeah.
She's so cute. Oh, there she is. You're the sweetie. She's so sleepy.
Oh,
What a
baby.
lazy kitten on this Valentine's Day.
You like the sloth, don't you? Oh. Baby. Oh my lord. Don't you eat the butterfly? Sometimes I think these butterflies are made out of like recycled feathers or something, so the cats, if they get them, they want to eat them like they want to eat old feathers they find in a pillow. But the butterflies are made out of it.
Hey Jasmine, do you want to play that video for the that we made for Epcot a couple weeks ago?
Yes,
we only have the
should,
1 week
because
left.
we only have one more Epcot show.
Next time I think we do it, it's the end of it. Next time we do Twitch is the end.
You're right, because
So-
I think it ends. I think the 21st is the last day.
Yeah,
because
let's
it
go
ends
ahead and
the
play
22nd.
that.
I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna wash my hands and get some sunshine fur off of me. I love you, sunshine, but my God, you are not meant for clothing and
Alrighty.
painting. See you in a minute.
Alright, I'll kill the music first and stuff.
Kill that music, man. Wow, these icons are actually starting to look glowy.
All right, we are back.
We're back.
Oh yeah, our kitties. We have bells on all of them.
Yes, it's for our benefit and for the birds of the cats.
If the cats get out,
yes.
putting a bell on your
if you
cat's
have a
good
cat
because
that you put in your yard,
jingle, and then it'll warn the birds.
Yeah, well, I especially say that if you're people like us who intentionally have like 9 bird feeders in your yard, if you have a bunch of bird seed, you don't want to attract unfed cats to your yard unless they have a bell or you're feeding the cats, because you don't want otherwise it's bait, right?
Totally.
The bait and tackle, but no, kinda. We prefer bait and switch. So that was that showing the Epcot video then?
Yes,
yes, so
I'm glad you guys like that.
One more week of that.
One more week of that, yeah.
And next weekend is the Pop Gallery tent, yeah?
It is Pop
Over
Gallery,
by the
yes.
China Pavilion,
Mhm.
like where you cross over to Germany.
And we'll be there to meet all of you who come out.
Yes! Oh
And
my
that'll be a lot of
goodness.
fun. The weather was awesome
The
yesterday.
weather
It
was so nice.
good.
And
I'm not
so
trying to rub it in because I know a lot of
we
you guys
aren't.
are freezing.
No.
but man, our weather was nice.
No. This is worth listening to, because the weather at an art show in January and February, if you're outdoors, everywhere it's gonna be a bit dodgy.
It was the first night where it was perfect.
It was the first night, and by perfect we mean the high was 84 and it was February.
And I think that was
and
your
it was
9th
sunny,
appearance or something.
And it was
the
my
first time it was
8th
nice.
time at that specific show. Yeah, it was the first time it was warm, but we had really good luck about it not being rainy.
Totally.
And when you think about committing to a really long show that, and I personally, as a Disney entertainer there, I am not supposed to go inside the buildings, like the little things. I can stay out in the tent. So if it did rain, I can't even go inside.
Basically,
because for your safety.
We're not supposed to we're not supposed to chill out too much at Epcot.
No.
I mean, that was the
usually at
rules.
Epcot, it's like after I was done my signing, I could go over and maybe get one of the little Prosecco's, or the food and wine festival sort of
Not this
stuff
time,
that they
though.
have. But not this time. It's like I don't even go get a drink of water at Epcot. I just sign
Jasmine.
stuff. Get super thirsty, but yeah.
This is kind of cute. El Hertz said, "There's a story we used to read in kindergarten called Feathers for Lunch, and it was about a cat who wore a bell, and the birds always got away. He
Oh.
ended up with only feathers."
Oh, that's fun. That's a decent amount of protein, a little bit of fiber, some roughage,
Ugh.
keep the plumbing
Yeah,
working.
some gristle there.
Yeah.
I miss the
Aw,
weather in
that's cute.
Orlando.
We got some good weather here. I mean, as anytime we complain about the weather, but it did rain a lot yesterday morning. I was taking a shower, and I was telling somebody at Epcot last night, I was like, I thought the light was going out because it was going on and off, and it was just lightning, and we haven't had lightning here since last year, because you don't usually get that in the winter. Yeah,
It was pretty
spring
weird.
thunderstorm.
It's been
thing.
twice lately.
And it has. We've
Yeah.
had 2 severe. When we talk about severe lightning storms, our house has been hit by lightning at least twice. We've lost stuff from it.
I lost a
we
movie
get so
once.
much lightning. It wasn't a good movie.
It was
It-
awesome.
Yeah.
It was a
You
DVD.
bought it at Disney.
It was a no. It wasn't at Disney.
You did. You bought it at Disney, at Downtown Disney. You got it at
Really?
not Tower Records.
Oh my gosh, Virgin Megastore.
Virgin Megastore at
Big Bad
Downtown
Mothers?
Disney. Yes, you got
It was
that.
called Big Bad Mothers, and it was
It was
really good old martial arts movies.
It was martial arts movies from a time that was problematic.
I was getting
for
ready for Dragon
everybody.
Con,
Yeah.
and I was about to watch Big Bad Mothers.
Mhm.
It was 3 different movies.
It was 3 different movies. It was probably, I don't know, 2004, 2005, and they
Yes.
back when you
And
get a DVD
lightning
that has
struck-
many movies stuck in it as possible.
And I could not, and it was DVD was trapped.
The
in there
DVD was
forever.
trapped. Also, a different time that our house was struck by lightning was the time I lost my favorite 8-minute Abs Tybo video.
No.
And I had been doing that same video every morning just for the abs. I'd been doing it for like
still have the
14
music in my head.
years. I can do that. I can say,
I
can Billy Blanks. It's about time. Are y'all with me? And I can do that. And but then after a while, I was like, well, maybe I don't need the video anymore.
So Billy Blanks was gone.
Yeah. Well, he should have had a DVD instead of VHS. But at one time, our VCR tape was ruined by lightning. So if you have things like a little DVD player and a little VCR, and you're afraid of lightning hitting it, because the last 2 times lightning came, they did that. In Florida, it's a genuine concern. In Missouri, I remember, like, hey, it's thunder and lightning. It's cool. Let's go right outside. You got a kite. Let's go swing. But in Florida, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to die. Do you want to die? Well, I have this. If this catches on fire, we can put this closer to this, and it becomes, stuff gets real really fast because you keep losing.
If you almost die.
It's called almost live dying. It's the best way to go. Ask Louise. No.
We're Bob's Burgers fans too.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the room love Bob's Burgers.
Who does not love Bob's Burgers? Because you can kick them out. To be fair, you didn't, especially for quite a while.
I didn't know about it.
You didn't know it. I had to introduce you over a series of decades. But
yes.
And again, Bob's Burgers is an example of when you get a lot of super talented people and they let them run with it. They don't design by committee. They don't have a top-down network sort of crushing your soul thing going on. They let the people who are clever and funny and acting and drawing, and they let them make the show, and it just
I found out
for the win all the time.
I started.
They win forever.
It was slightly over a year ago that I found out about Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, it was.
And what we
14.
do, we would we'd make we have a little grill.
Yes,
that's actually kind of a nice grill.
We're veggie people, so we have our vegetarian burgers, but we have
I'd buy
really
Beyond Burger
ones, and I'm super into cooking, so I know about these
cook
things.
The burger.
More
I do
than
the
you
grill
meat
part.
eaters, I promise, huh?
I do the grill part, and Jasmine would do the other part, and then we'd put it together, and we'd make yummy things, and we watch Bob's Burgers outside.
Bob's Burgers outside, and we did that during the pandemic when we couldn't go anywhere, and it was like going to a movie almost, because we put our speakers outside.
I wonder if people like Bob's Burgers in the UK.
I don't know. Most of my acquaintances who like Bob's Burgers are American or are involved with making the show. So I don't know. Have we ever watched it in England other than watching it on my own Hulu or something? I mean,
we watch it on Hulu.
Yeah. But people in the UK, did they ever see that network based?
I mean,
on their Fox
sure.
Cartoon affiliate.
They're all of our UK people are probably asleep now.
Oh, probably. On Valentine's Day? Yeah, probably.
I'm in the UK and I don't know Bob's Burgers.
Well, also it's a much more American show in some ways than some of the shows that we export to the rest of the world. So I don't know if the jokes are always... A lot of them are very low-key jokes that are not referential, but are referential to the American experience, and I don't know how much of that translates. It's like how... I don't know. American Dad is a great show, and it makes fun of America, but I think that it makes fun of things that are American on a global scale.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's America. Oh, yeah, we got the guns, we got the wars and tanks and all that money and Hollywood and shit, that sort of thing. And people are like, yeah, that's America. But with Bob's Burgers, it's more the small town family experience of trying to be an entrepreneur against the odds and trying even though things are bad, which... actually seems kind of British of us, but we're a British colony, whatever.
Jasmine.
But I don't know how well that works.
Wait,
yeah.
What's this? An announcement just came in.
Fascist?
It's hard to explain. I'm just gonna sing it.
Uh-oh.
If you have good times and you have good rhymes, you may have found your one and only. But then the one you like says take a hike. Then suddenly you're lonely. But still be glad, even if you're sad. Take comfort just in knowing you'll be okay. It's Valentine's Day. Your heart's not broken. It's only growing.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Perfect.
Specific. Well done. Eugene, if you are out there, you're an amazing
And that's
songster.
Bob's Burgers.
That is Bob's Burgers. That is, again, if you are a person who's interested in theater in general, musical theater specific, writing music, lowbrow music, entertainment music, anything, there are so many people who work in that show who are so good at music, so good at writing, so good at jokes, so good at singing, even if they're not good at singing, they've got the
no, that's a
enthusiasm.
thing.
That is the thing.
All people love that.
Yes.
No, we have
it's
the Bob's Burgers
lovely.
cookbook too. We have the little cards, Katie.
Yes, I have the recipe cards.
And
I
we can make a
remember-
lot
yes.
of veggie versions of
There
that.
is one in there, and it's called, it's not called the Blueberry Morning Burger, but it might as well be. And you can do it with vegan-wise. You can do it with Impossible or Beyond Burger. You can do it with nature's own sort of benevolent burger stuff. And you take a little burger, and I think you shove dried blueberries and breadcrumbs in it. So it's like the inside of a blueberry muffin. Put it inside your burger or your fake burger or your turkey burger, I don't care. And then you cook it, and then you put it with a lovely creme fraiche, not to use the creme twice in one sentence, but you put that in there and put that like on a brioche or fake brioche bun, and it is just like the best thing
So
ever.
good.
And it's and then you feel this sort of bringing yourself up from your bootstraps that you might get from Bob. The main character in Bob's Burgers he
has a lot of pride in that.
He has a lot of pride in doing a very basic thing the best that you can do it, and you can't fault somebody for doing something like that. It's like, hey, I'm not trying to get a lot of attention. I'm trying to do something really well. I'm trying to do it for anybody who's interested. You're not bothering people, but you're at the top of your game. And I would kind of use that as a small metaphor for the show. You know what I mean? It's like,
totally.
hey, we're not trying to be the main thing that's going to be on your breakfast cereal, your kids' t-shirts, but this is a solid thing that everybody is bringing their A-level, I don't know, their best sort of day to everything. And I really
that's Bob. Bob actually explains it pretty well in the tax episode when he explains it to the tax guy that has really bad jokes.
Yes.
He's like, I have these little jokes, and
And him putting his,
it's for
funny.
him. He puts his all, but he has pride in it.
Yes.
And he doesn't stop because he doesn't feel dissuaded from it.
No, and I think about that actually, and you could kind of extrapolate this to the idea of putting up a daily sort of a social media post, or hey, this is the thing I'm painting today. He puts up every morning, he tries to think of a joke, he looks at the farmer's market, sees what vegetables are in stock, what sort of herbs are trendy at that time of year, whatever, and he'll make a joke about it. And that's the thing, maybe nobody comes in and sees the little chalkboard that has his joke, but he went and picked out those things, did it. It's like me with my
they're
stupid...
They're very pun-based.
They are,
they're cute.
And I am the first person to admit I can't tell the difference between a good joke and a bad pun. So when I think about things, I'm like,
what we call a perfect audience.
I'm gonna make this yellow because William Thackeray made Vanity Fair yellow because he wanted his books to be yellow. And I'm like, oh my god, if one person out of a million got that without me explaining it, then I feel like this whole time was worth it.
Your
for
your Easter eggs,
my entertainment. Yes.
People saw your Easter egg.
Exactly. And all you want is somebody say, here's my Easter egg. They're like, I see your Easter egg. I acknowledge and validate it. Yes.
Validation. That's what it is.
Yes. And then you do thumbs up. Bit of a head bop, whatever. And there you go.
Katie says, I love when Bob gives his dad crap about raising the prices at his breakfast place.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Bob for you.
Yeah,
I swear you could go into Bob's Burgers and get a free burger if you pressed him hard enough. Because he doesn't put up a lot of resistance, because it's about the art of making that.
It is.
Versus about
himself. There is a such... Yeah. I'm sorry, it's probably because I have Prosecco, but if you're talking about that show, and yes, this is my Valentine's Day too.
It's
people.
true.
This is... I'm not getting another one. Yeah. But it's... when you look at the... It's an animation specific one, but you know the Meat Man episode where they have the leftover 10 pounds of hamburger, and
that's so gross. And
Louise is like fundraising in the worst kind of like, hey, do you have $50? Hey, it's like the producers, you know, it's like a Mel Brooks movie or something.
Well, they give that little Meat Man a soul.
Yes, and they do. And the way they rope Bob into it, they're like, he's an independent hamburger man. He's made out of dead hamburger, but Bob is a hamburger store owner, but he's like,
Yes.
and he doesn't want to give in to the big people above him, and
No,
he just
or
wants
Jimmy
to
Pesto
make a
across the
quality
street.
product, and I get that so much, and I see that show. I've seen that show probably 50, that episode maybe 50 times,
I'm sure.
maybe 5,000 times.
I don't know about that, but a lot.
I'm an obsessive person, but I think about that. I think about me with my little paintings and my silly little jokes I put in them, and then I know that if one person out there gets it, that it was worth it for me. And that's why I like doing the live events.
That's why I specifically like the type of painting you're doing now.
Yeah.
There's lots of bits and pieces.
I mean, I like painting anything. I'll paint a bowl of fruit and I'll put my whole soul into it. But when it's something that I get to make a little bit of a joke, maybe inside jokes, maybe it's like, hey, I got more likes and more sad faces that day, and it's like, hey, do I like the day when I get more angry faces than anything? Do I prefer negative attention? Do I prefer any attention over non-attention? That's the sort of thing that the idea of vanity at any time, whether you're in Thackeray's 1700s London or you're today and you're on TikTok trying to take your selfie and saying, hey, I'm moving my arms faster than everybody. You know, there's always going to be something, and it doesn't change. And when there are universalities like that and people can identify with it, then I feel like all of a sudden I'm a human too, and that makes me feel validated.
That's the thing about the 7 deadly sins.
Yes.
I really feel they should be called the 7 human sins. We're all subject to all of them.
You know what I was
thinking? It's unfair to like villainize them.
It is. I mean,
or vilify them rather.
But you know what? I was thinking about this at Disney, and I didn't want to talk about Disney especially because it's kind of not edgy, but it's insightful in an odd way. There are 7 dwarfs. There are 7 sins, and
Yes.
the dwarfs all have, like, I was thinking about, we were talking about sloth, and I was like, oh, she looks so sleepy, and I was talking about 7 of them. And I'm like, oh, are the 7 dwarfs? And then I think about, there was a list of like 25 names that the dwarfs could have had.
Yeah.
And all of the 7 sins are in there. Not all of them were
Somewhere.
assigned to dwarfs, but when they were spitballing, you know, as animators, as Disney people might do, and they're just the artists in the back room saying, oh, the suits are out, what are bad things you can do? That's a fun thing to make a list for if you're an artist. But you're like, oh, I'm sleepy and I'm sneezy. I mean, I guess you don't want to be sneezy in coronavirus any more than you wanted to do in the
Well, sneezy
Spanish
absolutely
flu when it
would
came
be
out, actually. But
that
yeah,
would be closer to one of your 4 horsemen.
that would be pestilence.
Yeah.
Maybe. But those are ideals that you can look at for being a cute, hilarious character that everybody can identify with, and it can be a pretty thing and a lovely thing, or a funny thing that you want to get your picture taken in front of a roller coaster at Disney World. But these are things that are always going to come up. Doesn't matter if it's on your phone, doesn't matter if it's in a movie, doesn't matter if it's in your Bible. It's going to be something that you're going to say, oh, sometimes I eat too much too. Sometimes I go to sleep
human
and
nature.
get super sleepy.
We
Sometimes you have too much
I
Prosecco.
think
But
we shouldn't beat ourselves up too much
No.
because we're a person.
well, and that is part of the idea
We're
of saying
we're meant
that,
to feel bad sometimes.
well, yeah,
And that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. And then you can, well, that's why you would say these are deadly sins. And you're like, really? Self-esteem is deadly. Thank you,
Well, there's
Catholic.
a
But,
good
old
version of all of
Catholics,
them.
But, yeah,
For
what is it?
example, gluttony could be looked on as nourishment.
Yes, the basic
Vanity
level.
could be. I mean, even pride. We don't even think that's a bad word anymore.
Well, in vanity, if you look at, right next to you, there's the Doré illustrations of the different sins. There's the Dante's Inferno one. We have all those, and they will show what the bad things are that happen to you if you commit the sins. And vanity is seen as the worst sin, because you're implying that you know more than God's divine
Leela
plan
says here,
for
I
you.
believe that we all use one of the 7 sins in our lives.
You have
I believe
to.
that we use all 7.
I think we use all 7 at a very
All the
small
time.
level. And if you use a very small level of everything, you don't hurt other people,
if
you don't hurt yourself.
The
but
thing
if
is,
you
if you
it's the
personify
scale.
one of them,
Yes.
that's a sin.
Yes, if you say
If
sloth
there's
and you're
such a
like,
thing.
oh, I slept late because I was up late last night. I'm such a lazy bitch.
It's like,
I'm not going to
dude,
put my
balance
hands
that out
on
with a
today.
nightclub.
That's fine. Who cares? That's
Balance
called
that out with a nightclub
coronavirus.
with greed and a little lust. Jeez.
Yes.
Just be a person, right?
Yes, exactly. And you need gluttony because if you don't eat food and you're not hungry, you die.
But if
I
you're
mean,
nightclub all the time, it's like, man, come on, do some other things, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
that's very true. And if all you did was sloth, you get pretty boring super quickly. Wrath is a little bit more interesting, but you need a little bit of wrath, otherwise people keep coming and stealing your shit. I mean, people bother you, and you got to get angry if people are stepping on your turf or whatever. But you want to have things, or lust, I mean... You don't have lust. You don't get any more babies, humans. Y'all like
Right.
your species and talk about your own species like more than any
We
other
talk about
species.
cats a lot on here.
We do.
I see cats doing all this stuff, and the time
I would
that
say that cats personify all of the deadly sins in the best kind of ways.
Well, I would say their greed is combined with gluttony because they don't know another
greed,
thing.
I would say greed and gluttony now, if they're going to make it, would be the same sin.
It's similar, very
Because you
similar.
want more of...
Right.
When they were going to make the... well, I don't know. Depending what year you're going to look at and think, oh, these are the cardinal sins. These are the whatever sins. This is
Gluttony is
Vatican
so
II,
base.
whatever. But gluttony and greed are just wanting things, and you can't fault something for wanting things if you need things to exist, because then you're just denying somebody's existence, and that is never okay. Even if they're a bad person, you can't pretend they don't exist. Yeah,
Right.
I don't know.
But I think having a nice balance of the
Of
those
all those
7
sins.
deadly sins is a good thing. Because you don't want to be just the person that's only taking selfies, and because you seem two-dimensional, for example.
Yes.
And
that
there's
is the
more
thing,
there's
too.
more to you than that.
One would hope. Well, and if there's ever somebody you suspect doesn't have more than those things, you probably just don't know that person very well, because you can't just be wrath all the time. You can't just be gluttony. You can't just be...
Greed for all the wet food.
Yes. Oh, kitty cat. Again, kitty cats. What? Okay, are kitty cats vain, Maddie?
Oh, they're horribly vain.
I was gonna say. Hold
They
on.
just the
Where's
look on
my
their
list
little
of all
cute
of them?
faces.
They got cute faces. They wash their faces. They spend a lot of time grooming.
That's why we look up to these creatures.
And you talk about predators. You talk about predators grooming. Do cats not? Are they predators and they groom themselves constantly?
Leela totally agrees with us.
Are cats envious?
I think the room probably
Are cats
agrees with us.
envious?
It's just the way we are.
Have you seen Rio when you pet another cat? Does she get envious?
She does.
What if you give treats to an outside kitty cat in
Oh,
Rio's one?
cats are dragons. We
Ralph?
very much we've compared those to dragons too.
Cats and dragons. A
Fondle.
lot of the dragons I've painted have been based on cats. I do. But here is Wrath, or Kitty's Wrathful.
Well, Gammy is all wrath.
Yeah, poor honey. She wishes she had some of this lust. Are kitty cats lustful?
I grew up in a place where they did not spay or neuter. I saw cats
if you
doing
do
it
not
a lot.
Spay or
Yeah,
neuter
so yes,
cats, they are they're not. They're pretty indiscriminate about their affections.
They don't care.
Greed. Hey Rio, here's 27 treats. Do you want 9? You want to
Right.
give 9 to your
Again,
sisters,
mixed with
9 to your
gluttony
other
for
sisters?
kitties.
You're like, no, for kitties that is gluttony, and it's gluttony. Well, what I think now, much like you would talk about, again, we're talking about the 7 dwarves. If you're going to talk about those as sins, dopey would either be gluttony. I mean, you have to think about. I don't know, intolerance. I don't know what that would be now. Dopey, as far as a sin.
It'd be similar to sloth.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's mentally sloth.
That's true. It's like, hey, I don't want to wake up
Not
today. I'm going to have
similar
a
to
mimosa.
Sleepy, but-
or I'm going to have 10
right.
mimosas. And I'm
It could be mentally
slothful.
slothful.
Yeah. Oh, is
All
that-
right.
Oh, envious.
We are ready for the. You good? Okay. Let's do that raffle.
I was just talking about sin. I'm always good.
All right. I'm gonna pick a winner, and then we will spin that wheel.
Good night.
Kalira Faye. Let's see what you will win.
You win lots of stuff, and whatever this
Well,
is.
you'd win a lot of stuff.
No, you win all the good Epcot things, and Painting Pixie, and the goodies, and Mickey that nobody else can get, because you are cool.
All right. We are spinning. Let's see. Portrait pin set 2.
Is that the one that somebody won last time? Do we have enough of them, right?
We do.
Okay.
Yep. I would not have it up there if we didn't.
Okay, you won something super cool, and a bunch of other stuff. You got these cuties, you got the pins, you got the canvas, you got the Epcot postcards. If you already have them, put those bitches up on eBay and sell them to people, and I will sign them for you. I don't. Is the B word a swear word? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We can get saucy and salty.
Prosecco. Our sponsor is that Italian brand of Prosecco that had a sample thing that Matt bought this morning. So blame Publix.
All right.
Oh, was that the last? I thought we had another hour.
No, we are done. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun. This was a fun Valentine's Day.
This was
I
very
didn't know
fun,
what it would
actually.
be like. Honestly, I thought it'd be a little bit more sad than it was, but
I thought it'd be more like,
it was happy.
I wish I could meet my romantic partner from across the seas. I've never met him, but COVID or something like that. But no, this is cool. We got these. We got
that
chocolates.
will soon become the cat toy.
That will. I think it was already Gamera's toy earlier, but yeah. We will be back here. Sunday next?
Yeah.
Tuesday next? No, Sunday next. And we'll be there at 3 o'clock, noon Pacific, 20 o'clock UK time. And I will see some of you guys even before then at Epcot next Saturday at 4 o'clock, right? Isn't it earlier? Yes, I need to say
4 to
that.
6. 4 to
yes,
6.
Yes,
4 to
yes,
6.
It's 4
a
to
little
6.
earlier.
It's the only time at Epcot I'm not 5 to 7. It is 4 o'clock till 6 o'clock
the sun
on
will
the
be
20th.
up the whole time.
Huh?
It'll be daylight the whole time.
It will be daylight the whole time. Up you farmers, but no, I love farmers. I am a farmer. No, okay. That's complicated. Okay, but yes, Epcot next Saturday. Come early because it's the last day and it starts at 4 for some reason. So.
Fairy Bell says, "See you after the blizzard." Yes, I want COVID to be over. It to be nice in summer, and you guys to have some hot, crazy, humid Florida
we
weather.
Hear everybody mad
visit us
about
at Disney
big
World.
long lines when they're surfing and wearing their swimsuits because everything is just so awful.
You poor cold
You're
people
like,
up north
the
deserve
airplane
some
was
hot
so
weather.
Crowded. Let's complain about the cruises we're going on again. I want to hear people talking shit on Carnival because oh my god,
we didn't get to dock because it was too choppy. Shut up, you're on a boat. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy one of your 7 deadly sins and shut up.
Your favorite sin today, always.
All right, so that's enough of the saucy, goofy. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed Jasmine's explanations. And I hope you enjoyed my goofiness and my songs and whatnot. And we had a nice little duet there in the end, and I appreciated it. All right, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.